Oh, yes, it has begun, guys. Are you ready for a good time? It is officially Friday night SmackDown time. How's everybody doing today? Let's see who we got in here. What is up? We got Big Rud all day. All day. We got Ringmaster. We got We Rupt. We got Snipes. What is going on? Welcome, welcome, everybody. Welcome. Who else do I see? Oh, me oh my. We got Miguel. We got Murphy. Waleed. Robert. Look at all these people. Giovanni. What is up, everybody? I hope you're doing all right. How's everybody? I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready for a good time. I hope SmackDown is ready for a good time. It would be very nice if they could keep the ball kind of rolling. You know, um, it's been a little rough for SmackDown recently, but they have some pretty okay angles here and there. Tonight we are going to see Sonya Deville. She's going to be joining Ms and Morrison on the dirt sheet. We're also going to be seeing, we're supposed to see a new episode of the Firefly Fun House. We'll see if that bleeds over into the rest of the show as well. I would really like that. It's been a while since we've had a good slice of Bray. You know, we just see him so infrequently. It'd be really nice to have a more Bray focused episode. Especially since he's a great gimmick right now. Him and the Fiend. What else are we supposed to see? Sheamus is taking on Matt Riddle for the first time ever, and we're also going to have Jeff Hardy taking on Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin, my man. Oh yes. No, it's not Mandy Rose on the dirt sheet. That is not what they've advertised. All right. Let's see what we got. If we can get it at all. Yep, no rumors, no spoilers, no dirt sheets, guys. I don't want to hear what you read anywhere except for the actual WWE website or their actual Twitter. What's up? What's up? Tobias is in the house too. Then, now, and forever, guys. Oh yeah, it's time. I wonder how far behind I am right now. I feel far behind. Let's check. Let's check it out. Wonder if they're gonna have that same opening type that they've been doing, where they like hype up each match to give people a chance to kind of talk backstage. Swamp fight. All right, so they're showing us about the swamp fight. Ooh. Braun Strowman clocked himself. All right, well I guess I'm as far as I'm getting right now.
Come home, Braun. You know you've always wanted to be together.
Yep, they're replaying the part of the swamp fight.
Follow me home, Braun.
With Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt and Alexa Bliss. Sister Bliss. Michael's in the house too. What's up, Michael? And Elijah. Aw, yeah. What is going on? Braun and Bray.
Wanted to hurt Braun Strowman. I only wanted to help him.
Yep, I'll get caught up eventually, guys. It's all good.
Now, he is awake.
He is awake. The Fiend is back.
And he wants something that Braun has. And until he gets what he wants, none of you are safe.
I want some bug snacks. I found out that's copywritten. It got me a copyright notice. Oh, now they're showing the Alexa Bliss part too of last week. Nice. So it is gonna be part of this. 1, 2, 3.
The SmackDown Women's Championship.
Let's see.
It's his turn now.
Just way behind right now. Oh well. Working on it. Watch the swearing, DJ. But yeah, that sucks when that happens. Oh my goodness. Alexa, she knew he was there too. She knew it too. She's like, what are you gonna do? He was like, I'm gonna do it. And then the mandible claw to Alexa. Man. Let's take Braun out of here. Braun was nowhere to be found. He didn't show up to save her or anything. Oh yeah, we got the Firefly Fun House right off the bat. Why are all the pictures so crooked?
Now, before the fun starts, I need to address something. A bunch of haters have been sliding into my DMs, blaming little old me for what happened to Alexa Bliss last week. Yowie wowie, I say! If you want to point the finger at someone, shame on you, Braun Strowman.
Oh, he's blaming it on
How
Braun
could you
now?
let something so horrific
Blaming it
happen
on
to
Braun.
someone that you claim to care so much about? All you had to do was give him what he wants.
Yeah.
Now, I happen to know that he'll be here later with someone very special.
Uh-oh.
He's waiting for you.
Uh-oh. Is that really gonna happen?
I advise that you just give him what he wants. Or she'll find out what he is truly capable of.
Oh dang, so it's a hostage situation. It's exactly what I was hoping it would be. Oh my goodness. Upgrades. La la la. Yo, Doc Dizzle with the hookup. Hooking it up to Mario Kart. Yo, Doc Dizzle to Mario Kart. The hookup. Goodness gracious. Doc Dizzle. Thank you again, man. Goodness gracious. He's been making dreams come true recently. Thank you so much for all your just generosity, man. It's been absolutely killing it. We should call it that? Call it what? The gift of Doc. The gift of Doc. I kind of like that. La 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 la. See if I can get my broadcast on time. Doc Dizzle, thank you so much. Gifting subscriptions to so many people recently. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was a cool little breakdown. Yo, the solo. Yo, Michael. My goodness. Michael is not finished with us, and he said that MJF is the Ric Flair of this generation. I hope you just mean could be eventually. He's not the Ric Flair of this generation yet. I hope you mean could be. I hope you're saying the future. He's not. He's nowhere near Ric Flair at all. Ric Flair is like a 37-time world champion, Hall of Famer, 17-time world champion who would go against MJF on the mic, and it would be a fun promo. But he's nowhere near Ric Flair yet. Maybe in the future. I could see him becoming a future Hall of Famer, but he ain't there yet. And Ismail, I'm timing you out because we are not doing spoilers, rumors, or dirt sheets in here. No spoilers, no rumors, no dirt sheets. Oh my goodness. Yo. La. 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 Oh, resolve. Doc, the gift of Doc. The gift of Doc. Dude, Michael is the chat champ. Doc Dizzle is the subscribing champ. Gifting all kinds
testing
of
himself physically and mentally.
Thank you
against
so
one
much,
of the most
guys.
decorated superstars ever in WWE.
All right, so right now it is Baron Corbin. Well, not Baron Corbin. This is Baron Corbin, though.
You like this strategy by Sheamus in the early going?
What Sheamus does. Sheamus just flying.
Look at this, man.
Constantly moving forward, wearing down the opposition.
Holy
Sheamus
moly.
is no dummy, though. Sheamus knows what he's facing.
Doing the dang thing out here. Please, doing the dang thing, man.
Armbar locked in.
Yeah, Sheamus
Imp,
middle of the ring.
please. Is that the most hits of the day? I think it is.
Apart the fingers of Sheamus.
And Sheamus now trying to counter somehow. Will Sheamus tap out?
Thank you so much, Imp, please. And thank you for being here. Resolve, dude. Thank you for being here. If you weren't here, the subscription couldn't have happened.
Nelson looking for a pin combination.
All right, so it's Matt Riddle versus Sheamus right now, guys.
We've seen some impressive
Who you guys got? Who
displays
do you think
of
is winning this?
strength
You
from
think
Riddle
Sheamus
in
is
the
gonna?
past several weeks,
I don't think they're
AJ
giving this
Styles,
win
but
to
look at this.
Sheamus.
Sheamus just manhandling the original Bro.
Yeah, pretty
Would be
impressive
nice, but I don't think so. I don't think it's happening. I gotta make Sheamus bigger. There we go. That's more like it. Oh. Yo, yo, yo.
At this point in the matchup, Riddle regrets wanting to test himself.
I think it's a little ahead of time to be calling MJF anything of anything. I mean, his mic skills. Yeah, maybe, but he's got a whole lot more to prove. A whole lot more.
Sheamus is going to have to do what he can to try to keep Riddle down here.
But I could see him in the future being considered like a Ric Flair type of guy. There's just a lot to prove.
Riddle, able to strike.
But I like where you're going with that. He is definitely the future of AEW. As long as he keeps his stuff clean, you know. A lot of superstars that have fallen by the wayside because of just bad little choices that end up destroying them. So let's just hope he plays it smart, man. This guy's got an incredible future. Yo, Michael is blowing it up over here. Thank you so much for all the super chats, man. Pete Dunn pointers, yeah. We rep says Sheamus is gonna win. Gift of Doc. Okay. All right. So I think I'm a little bit more on time, but probably still kind of behind. I think I did something to help. See if I can. Oh my goodness. Dude. Michael is just making it rain out here. He is the chat champ.
Sheamus is no dummy, though. Sheamus knows what he's facing.
All right, I think.
In the ring with Matt Riddle. Sheamus has got to be aware of the striking ability and the
might be
submissions
on. I don't know.
We got an armbar locked in.
Riddle, I pick. You think Riddle's gonna get it? Maybe.
And look at Riddle just prying apart the fingers of Sheamus.
Moxley is not the Rock of this generation. I think a lot of people are forgetting exactly how big those superstars were. Saying anybody's like The Rock or Stone Cold or The Undertaker or any of that stuff, like these people have a long way to go before they're anything like that. The Rock, Stone Cold, they like sold out WrestleManias by themselves. Like literally, that would be the only match announced, and they just sell out a WrestleMania. They had like 8 million people watching on television. None of these people are close right now. But maybe in the future. I don't know who wins this. Do they have Sheamus lose back-to-back? Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that maybe it won't have a real outcome. Yeah, maybe they won't do that because, yeah, that would be back-to-back losses for Sheamus. You are right. Tyson Jaws, yes. So it's the Mike Tyson Shark Week is coming. I mean, I could see like you could see sparks or little embers of somebody being like larger than just a regular everyday superstar, but it's just that at this moment, just little sparks and embers.
Celtic Warrior now ascending the ropes. This could be bad for the bro. Sheamus to the top rope now.
Gritty, how sad is it the schools are opening up?
Sheamus off the top and he hits hard to the floor. Riddle taking control. This match continues.
Is this the second commercial break? Or is this the first? Interesting. Sparks, embers, just little it's like somebody comes out with like one good shoe and then people are like, oh yeah, it's the next Michael Jordan. It's like, no, Jordans are iconic. There are people who buy Jordans who don't even watch basketball. Like, so that's my comparison. There are people now who, like, if you watch wrestling, you can see like, oh, this guy could be cool. But if you don't watch wrestling, you don't know who the heck these guys are because it's not as widespread as it used to be. People aren't jumping to the mainstream as easily as they were before. Like, Stone Cold was a household name. Roman Reigns even kind of got there a little bit. But like, you ask your mom who MJF is, and she's gonna be like, who? Is that a new type of KFC joint? Like, nobody's gonna know who that is yet. So that's what I'm saying. He's got good mic skills, but there's a long way to go for a lot of these superstars to even sniff anything like that sort of popularity or that sort of pull. I'm trying to figure out which one of these is ahead.
And Sheamus once again.
Oh my God. Backbreakers.
Sheamus realizing what he's going to have to do to keep Riddle down.
And Sheamus calling for one more. And there
oh, another backbreaker.
Of Irish curse backbreakers.
Destroying Matt Riddle.
Sheamus shoulders down in a kick out.
We
keep talking, Corey, about the hype of Matt Riddle and the future and the potential that this young man has on Friday Night SmackDown as we take another look.
Before we get there, let's look at the impact, the lower back of Matt Riddle right across.
There's a lot of people who are just going to be their own thing, you know. A lot of people are going to be their own legacy.
Have all the potential, but these are the matchups if you're Matt Riddle that you have to win.
I mean, there are people who like simply want to be the next like Shawn Michaels or the next Hulk Hogan. There are people who want to do that, but I've seen a lot of people who just kind of take a little bit of inspiration from them, but they try to build their own thing, you know, their own legacy. So I don't know. I'd like to ask these superstars who they think that they're most like. Might be cool to like actually talk to MJF or talk to somebody like Moxley and ask him who he thinks he's most like. Yeah, he is good. He's good on the mic. He's got a long way to go in the ring though, and he's got a long way to go before he's a household name, you know. So we'll see. Matt Riddle, ooh, kicking across the chest, and now it's senton. Oh, the Broton. I forgot. You got to call it Broton.
Riddle's weight may have been a little too low on Sheamus.
The Broton.
Spend more time covering the powerful shoulders.
WWE will take MJF in a second. He was in WWE. He was in WWE before. He was in NXT. He was like a crony though. He was just like a security guard dude there.
That's the twisting senton from the top rope. Riddle looks to connect, has to roll through though as Sheamus gets out of harm's way. And now
oh my goodness. Nice white noise. Oh, Matt Riddle able to kick out of it.
That's got to be frustrating.
Am I on now?
Sheamus.
Yeah, I'm on. Okay. All right, I think I'm more on time now. Yeah, definitely.
And again, you're getting an opportunity to look at that non-stop, tremendous endurance of Riddle.
Jericho is Michael Jordan. You think so? I don't think so. I think Jericho, he gives off that he makes himself into a bigger deal than he really is. Jericho's another one of those guys who is still way below a lot of the top names. In terms of wrestling, he's incredible. But in terms of just straight up superstardom, he's another one of those guys who just he's perceived that way, but he's not really that big of a star in comparison to a lot of these other guys. A lot of the other guys you hear about all the time. He's a good wrestler though, and he's a great talker. Most of these guys have been everywhere too. I think HBK mixed with a little Hennick and Billy Gunn. Who, you? You're saying that's who you think you're mixed with? Maybe. WWE doesn't know what to do with anyone. Sure they don't. Sure they don't. WWE has created more superstars than pretty much any other promotion in all of history. Besides maybe like an NWA, WWE has done. Oh my goodness, Matt Riddle gets just straight plastered by Shorty G from behind. Evil Shorty G out of nowhere. Hey, we were right. It ended in a in like a not actual loss for Sheamus. I mean, it counts as a loss for Sheamus, but he didn't really lose. He didn't get pinned or anything. Dang. Matt Riddle got destroyed into the apron. Running Superman punch? WWE has created more superstars than pretty much any other, probably more than any other promotion, but NWA is definitely up there. They do know what to do with superstars. You just like AEW more, which is fine. I mean, everybody's got their own taste. Some people like Nestle Crunch bars more than Hershey bars. It's all about what you have taste in, but you can't deny facts because you like something. You can't say WWE doesn't know what to do with anybody. If they didn't know what to do with anybody, I don't think you'd even be a wrestling fan at all, because like half of AEW is ex-WWE stars right now. Half of their like main card is ex-WWE signees and stuff. Most people wouldn't be half of what they are without the WWE's training. WWE, it teaches people how to be larger than life, how to be superstars, instead of just being wrestlers.
Infuriated with Shorty G costing him the matchup.
Sheamus absolutely irate, and a bro kick to Shorty G.
Shorty G catches a bro kick again. It's just like old times. There you go, Shorty G. You're back. Oh no, Dolph, yeah. Yeah. I was about to say you. I didn't know that.
For what? For Corbin's bounty. You just ruined my opportunity. You took a win from me, man. You took a win away from me,
Uh-oh. Chad, you're about to get destroyed. Again.
An irate Sheamus.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Matt Riddle is money, dude. Matt Riddle is great. And I'm glad they're still utilizing him. I thought maybe after his debut that they weren't gonna keep him as visible, but they've been doing well with him. Apparently they like him on the main roster, so I'm happy about that. Sheamus is a face now? No, he's not. No, he's not. The Fiend tonight.
Shocking actions toward Alexa Bliss.
Just because you beat up another heel doesn't make you a face all of a sudden.
Men, Braun Strowman confront the Fiend tonight. And after the malicious and humiliating makeover of her best friend, Mandy Rose.
Okay, I gotta mute that. Dang, dude, that beatdown that Sonya Deville gave Mandy Rose was very good. It was one of the better women's beatdowns I've ever seen. Yeah, I liked it. Oh, they're bringing back 2012 Sheamus. It looks like it, man. He's been looking smooth. He's actually looking like his old self too, which is just crazy, man. The guy takes incredible care of himself. I respect Sheamus so much. He's one of my favorites. Just because you beat up another heel doesn't automatically make you a good guy. Sonya absolutely wrecked Mandy. Ringmaster's always pushing the boundaries here, man. You know, don't swear in here. 2012 Sheamus was a face? Maybe. But that doesn't mean he's automatically a face. Just because he's kind of looking like himself and you know, having the same type of tenacity he used to, it doesn't mean he's a face. The guy's been super heelish. He might be coming back towards that someday, but not right now. It's not happening right now. Yeah, Dolph is great, and I'm glad he takes inspiration from some of those people. I wish he would take some of the edge off of it, because sometimes it looks straight up carbon copy-ish, and he's that good that he can carbon copy somebody's mannerisms and their move sets and all that. But I wish he would do a little bit more to make it his own. Chad Gable looks muscular. Yeah, dude, he's cut. Chad's no joke. That guy's a legitimate Olympian in a sport where you like actually have to slam people. You actually have to overcome people physically. Snow Rabbit, what's up, Snow Rabbit? Yeah, what's up, Doc? The first couple of minutes of SmackDown. It's been all right. Sheamus and Matt Riddle actually wrestled to a pretty good match. It's become so normal for matches to not end in an actual outcome. And I think that might be their like new formula that they're trying to pull off. It's like you don't get the real outcome until the pay-per-view, and then that makes you want to watch the pay-per-view more. I guess that's what they're hoping for. It seems like they're making a very concerted effort to not give away actual like big name wins and losses until the pay-per-views, which is kind of frustrating because like, I'm watching the show. This is basically a pay-per-view because what's the difference? You're gonna give me one for having the network, and you're gonna give me 4 shows for not having the network. So it basically adds up to you're giving me 4 shows for free, and then you're gonna make me pay for 1. So basically, the 4 shows are you're giving them away. So why don't you just still give us some pretty good finishes on that? I mean, I'm all for it. See, Elijah, I know what you're saying, and I'm all for people emulating, like, if people want to do like a frog splash or something. But when people like emulate the entire style and stuff, it gets a little wacky.
I'm having a conversation here.
Uh-oh.
Well, you're lucky she's here, because your little minion cost me my match.
King Corbin.
That King's Ransom rubbish tonight.
Rubbish.
I think that's funny, yeah. Let me explain something to you. If you try that again, I swear to God, I'll kick your head off your shoulders, and I'll stick that crown right up your royal arse.
You really think you can do something like that, huh? Huh, Sheamus?
Think I'm joking with you, do you? Think I'm joking?
Who's this
Try
girl?
me, lad.
Oh, yeah?
Try me.
Sheamus, you're lucky that I gotta go deal with Jeff Hardy. Otherwise, I'd put a dent in your little skull right now.
Dang. Uh-oh. Sheamus has a look on his face like he's gonna do something.
In a world full of winners and losers,
This is too bad for Baron Corbin.
The Dirt Sheet.
Too bad. Nice, they're already out here. The Dirt Sheet. Told you, Gritty. What'd you tell me? That he's
I'm
a
John
face
Morrison,
now?
and no one around
I don't know
here
about
is
that,
as
man.
underground as me. And I'm the most must-see WWE superstar of all time, The Miz.
We'll
and
see,
last
though.
week,
Yeah, I
we
love
all
how
bared
Sheamus talks,
witness
too.
to a horrific tragedy. Take a look.
Yeah, this was last week on Friday Night SmackDown. The attack by Sonya
Oh, they're
Deville
showing
on Mandy
the
Rose.
Sonya Deville beatdown. Dang, dude.
That's so pretty. Red,
so
Red
pretty.
looks good on you. Oh.
Sonya, goodness gracious. The beatdown was immaculate. This was one of the best beatdowns.
You are gonna look so pretty, Mandy. Oh my God, I can't wait to show everybody. I can't wait to show everybody your pretty face.
I know, it sounded like The Price is Right, didn't it?
Whoa,
She was gonna shave her bald. I like how the guy who came out to stop her was already bald, so he had like he had nothing to lose. He literally had nothing to lose.
Often on this show, we focus on gossip and trivial pop culture, but sometimes life hits you with something so devastating that it puts you back in touch with what's really important.
Tonight, we're using our considerable influence.
That beating sounds great, Mandy.
Tonight, we are using our... Honestly, really?
Uh-oh.
I don't know.
Okay, Retribution, you're not scheduled tonight.
And I thought they were on Raw.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
Hey, they
get
brought
back
him
to
up.
it. Tonight we are going to
They
use
brought up
our
Retribution 'cause the
considerable
mic went out.
influence and power to give a platform to the victim who was so viciously attacked last week. Honestly, it's brave of her to even be here tonight, even if it is via satellite. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mandy.
Oh, Mandy. Oh, Mandy's hair.
Mandy Rose's hair.
What the heck? Her hair is a puppet. Oh my god.
Oh, John, that velvet jacket looks amazing on you, even in this heat. Thanks, Mandy's hair. But tonight is about
Oh
you.
my
You see,
goodness.
here on the Dirt Sheet, we like to give voices to the voiceless, and we can't imagine.
They have
what
a
you've
Mandy's
been through.
hair
I mean,
puppet. It
the
looks like Mandy's
savagery,
hair, but it has
the
two like googly
humiliation,
eyes on
the
it.
lack of a proper blade.
How are you? Are you okay?
Well, I'll be the first to admit that the attack left me shook, but what really hurt me the most? Mandy hasn't reached out to me once since the incident.
What? The nerve! And for years, you never left Mandy's head.
I know. I've been tied back all the time, sometimes literally. I mean, the girl loves a top knot. And to have that turd cutter Otis running his honey-baked ham fingers through me these past
Honey-baked
couple of
ham
months while
fingers.
him and his idiot friend Tucker babble on and on about meats and cheeses. Ew. Ew.
Honey baked ham fingers.
Ew. Oh my goodness, and they Photoshopped me. They Photoshopped me. Are you kidding me? They Photoshopped me. I mean, they Photoshopped my roots. I have beautiful roots. And
They
I love
Photoshopped me.
It's okay, Mandy's hair. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get her hair, yeah?
Hair, yeah! So what's next for Mandy Rose's hair?
I'm just gonna take some me time, fix things that are broken, like my split ends, soak up all the world has to offer, especially moisturizing conditioner.
I mean, it is summer, but it is snowing up in here.
You guys know what I'm talking about. Mandy's head has more flakes than Kellogg's.
Can I get a hair, yeah? Hair, yeah!
You know, the
What
future
the
is
heck, dude?
bright for you, Mandy Rose's hair, and I can't wait to see the next chapter. Do you want me to give you the number of my agent at CAA?
No need, miss. After the buzz I got last week, I signed a development deal with Netflix.
Netflix.
That is incredible.
Dang.
Best of luck to you, Mandy's hair.
Wow. You know, John,
Mandy's
it is
hair.
not every day
I mean, that's a
that
star.
we have something
Now we are
special
seeing
like this
a
where
star.
you have just a feel-good moment of second chances. That is incredible.
agree.
Good for her. But if I'm being
Incredible.
honest, the real victim has not been heard yet. And I think everyone needs to give her the attention she deserves to tell her side of the story. So everyone, give a dirt sheet welcome to Sonya Deville.
Let's go.
I can't quite understand why Ms and Morrison are treating Sonya Deville the way they are. Last week, jealousy rearing its ugly head. Sonya Deville and
Sonya's here.
this heinous assault attack on Mandy.
Oh, she's wearing her black suit again. Such a fresh suit, man. She rocks it. She looks like a Disney villain. Doesn't she look like a Disney villain? Like she'll be when they make a Frozen 3, she's going to be like the evil lady who also has ice powers or something and just destroys Elsa.
Now, that is someone that I could get behind. hardworking, dedicated, motivated, self-made, literally every single thing that Mandy's not.
And she's got one hell of a catchphrase. Hell yeah!
Dark Wonder Woman, yeah, she could.
See that?
She probably
viewers want
tossed
to know
what's her name all
what
over the
compelled
place.
you to cut Mandy Rose's
That
hair
lady's.
in the
Oh
first place?
no, I can't talk trash
I don't
about her. I had her
understand
on
why
the show
everybody's so confused.
yesterday.
I came out here and I told
I
Mandy
mean,
what I was going to do to
nah.
her. I said I was going to make her outsides as ugly as the person she is on the inside, and then I did it. So what's the issue? Let me make something perfectly clear
Sonya's
right
here.
now. I'm a woman of my word. And when I say I'm going to do something, I do it. Did I enjoy smashing Mandy's face into the table? Absolutely. Did I enjoy ruining her perfect makeup? Did I enjoy cutting her hair off? Absolutely, I did. It was like she was so scared. And it wasn't because I had scissors in my hand. It wasn't because I was beating her up, because she's used to that. It was like she was so concerned about this image, because her entire life, that's what it's all been about. The golden goddess, God's greatest creation. It's all she ever had. To be honest, it's kind of pathetic and sad. And I would feel bad or apologize, but I just don't feel bad at all. Because literally, I have no respect for her anymore. She's so weak. What, I broke her physically because I beat her in the ring twice? And now I broke her emotionally because I gave her a little haircut? Come on. And now you guys are sitting here, by the way, you're pathetic, you're a terrible crowd, desperately waiting for Mandy's music to hit. So what, she could come get her revenge? Newsflash, it ain't gonna happen. Because like I said, I'm gonna destroy Mandy Rose, and I did. But Mandy, please, correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's what I thought.
Dude, she just took over SmackDown.
I don't think she's going
Marcus,
to,
what's
because
up, Marcus?
we have not heard from Mandy Rose since the attack.
She hasn't
Sonya
even
just
posted
literally
one
took over
social
SmackDown.
media
She
selfie,
grabbed the
we
mic
all
and
know how much
just
she
took
loves
over.
that.
That's what I've been saying. That's my entire point. That's all she has. Mandy got to the WWE by winning bikini contest. Congratulations. You know, to be fair, I won't sell her short. She has one other talent. I don't know if you guys saw, but 2 weeks ago, Mandy won a WWE Bumpy Award. Do you guys know what she won it for?
Please.
Does anybody know what she won it for? She won the award for making out with Otis.
Wow.
I can't make this stuff up. I wish I made it up, but I can't. She won an award, an actual award, trophy, everything, the ceremony for making out with a dude.
It's
I'm gonna just leave that there. And the only bright side to this whole thing, besides of course me ruining Mandy's career, is that her and Otis, they actually look like a couple now.
Couple of ogres.
Oh.
Right, like Shrek and Donkey.
I was thinking more Ms. and Mrs. Shrek.
I guess that works better.
Hold on a second.
Oh, heavy machinery is here with the money in the bank. Yo, he's actually holding the money in the bank right now.
Machinery and Corey, they've heard enough. Not here for fun and
They've
games.
heard
man.
enough.
This is serious personal business.
Otis
There
and
goes
Tucky
Miz
are here.
to the outside. And now Otis and Tucker taking out their anger on John Morrison. Enough is enough. They've heard enough from Sonya. They've heard enough from Ms and Morrison making fun of Mandy Rose. And now Otis looking for the Caterpillar.
We're going to have a tag match, player.
Morrison out of harm's way.
Or are you going one-on-one with The Undertaker? Oh.
And here we have another burst.
All right, going to commercial. Oh, my goodness. I think we're going to get ourselves a tag match. I think Sonya might be at the commentary table for this. Or maybe at ringside. She might end up costing them the match. Let me move Otis over just a little bit. So, like, right there. Tucker all the way in the back. I wonder when or if he's ever going to turn. 'Cause he's definitely been a little overlooked, I would say. Michael, I hope MJF beats Moxley at all. Yeah, me too. Me too. I think MJF needs to start getting that level of respect. There's nothing else for him to do. You see how they use him right now? He's just he like shows up whenever, does something that's literally one of the coolest things on the whole show, then just gone for a week or two. Like, why are you not utilizing one of the best things you got? Oh, it's the remix. Yo, Goodness gracious. Michael, thank you so much. You are indeed the chat champ right now. I don't see anybody cutting into that life bar either. He's got 300, straight 300 hit points right now. Somebody could do it, but I don't see it happening. Better lead to Tucky turning. I really hope so. I don't know what they're doing with this Money in the Bank case either. That whole idea, it seemed good at the moment, but my goodness, have the legs fell out from under this table. Eating on the floor. I'm sure he wouldn't mind. I'm sure he wouldn't mind. Dun 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 dun. Chat champ Michael doing the dang thing. But yeah, I do hope MJF wins that All Out. I think that'd be a great place for him to win. I think by that point, Moxley will have been champion for what, like 8 months or something. I think that's a pretty dang good run, especially for a company that's only been around for like a year. I'd say that's a pretty good run. And I just think that MJF as champion would be so much more fun than Moxley as champion. Moxley as champion, it's that normal wrestling thing. Oh my goodness. Yo. It's that normal wrestling thing where you got the big guy on top and people keep challenging him and he keeps talking trash whenever he needs to. It's that same like repetitive wrestling thing you always see with champions. MJF, it would be something separate most likely if it's anything like what it is right now. He would have like the Diesel type bodyguard, but he would also be the guy who's causing that trouble by being so abrasive. It's not even that. I don't even think people would want to beat him to get the title. They'd want to beat him and take the title, so that he doesn't have it, just to get one over on him. And that's the type of heat that you need for heels. Right now, it's like I don't think anybody wants to beat Moxley to beat Moxley. Like they want to get that title. It would change the dynamic. It would make it so people want to beat him to shut him up. Kind of like the Jinder thing. Like why Jinder's title reign felt a little different is because people wanted to beat him to like shut him up and get him to quit being like that. They weren't really after the title; they were more after him, and that makes interesting title reigns when people are out to get you, not out to get the title. And that's how you can actually build good rivalries between people, because when somebody's after you personally, that's what builds a rivalry. So I don't know, man. I really do hope MJF gets that title at All Out. I think that'd be a great place for him to start, really dominating, and I just really think it would just build even more heat. Fiend trying to get a reaction out of Braun. He is. He's got Alexa held hostage right now. Oh, I guess we're not getting a tag match. Oh, well, I think we are getting a tag match, but it's not between those people. Nice, yo. They bamboozled me. Is it just Cesaro? All right. Well, we did not get a tag match. Playa. Very interesting. It's Shinsuke and Cesaro are coming out. Wow. They actually surprised me here.
That is why Big E is going to go it alone as a solo performer with the encouragement of Kofi Kingston. And ladies and gentlemen, tonight, SmackDown is sponsored by...
I like Cesaro's theme. So I think it's going to be Cesaro versus Big E. They did not do the predictable tag match. No, it's not Big E. It's gonna be one of the Lucha House Party. Lince Dorado, maybe? Yeah, Lince versus Cesaro. All right, well, I mean, Lince's a great athlete, but I don't know about this. I don't know about this, Lince.
And
He's got a promo too.
Shinsuke,
That Champions party you threw last week? Yeah, eso como se dice. Oh, whack! Yeah, tonight, Cesaro, when we mix it up in the ring, I'm gonna teach you how I like to party.
You know, one of the things about Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura, Corey, ever since they won the tag team titles,
Oh
they
my
become
goodness.
like children, pranksters in the SmackDown locker room.
Oh, bite your tongue, Paul. How dare you compare the SmackDown Tag Team Champions to children? That's more of the disrespect they've been fighting against for months. These are
Look
two
at
of the most
this.
talented
Michael is
competitors
doing
on the planet
the
Earth.
dang
How
thing.
dare you compare them to children?
Well, Cesaro
Still
and
chat
Shinsuke
champ, and he
Nakamura
wants to
have
keep
no
it.
respect
He's
for anyone. In
extending.
fact, they
Still
sort
love
of
WWE,
scoffed
but they're
at the
number
fact
2
that
behind
Lindsay
AEW.
Dorado
Dude,
had a
that's the way a lot of
one-on-one
people
matchup with
feel, and
Cesaro
for good
here
reason.
tonight.
Cesaro looks at this as an opportunity to keep
AEW
his skills
is
sharp. We know
definitely
Cesaro's
doing
world-traveled.
what works
How-
very well
how
for
familiar he is with the
WCW.
Lucha Libre style. Cesaro's
WCW
doing
was an
this
alternative
just to
to
keep his skill set
WWE,
sharp in singles action, which makes him a more
and
effective tag team
they were
competitor.
doing a lot of the same type of things that AEW is doing now. It's a tried and true pattern, man.
By Cesaro.
You go up against
One thing about winning the tag team gold, Cesaro and
go up against a company that's known for something and known for being a little bit more reserved. You just do stuff a little harder, do stuff a little bit more vibrant. Oh, whoa, whoa! The lights are flickering here at SmackDown.
Well, we saw what they were capable of this past Monday night.
Oh, Lindsay gets caught trying to go for a front flip.
Old WWE's been on high alert lately.
Lindsay holding onto the plexiglass, and then Rana's. Oh my goodness! Makes Cesaro bite the ring apron.
Dorado
Oh, my
up to
goodness.
the apron, and now
You
Cesaro,
said
look at
that
the
Moxley will
shoulders delivered
wipe
in
the
midsection.
ring up with
Dorado up
MJF.
over
Yeah,
the
he
top,
would.
rolling through.
He would,
Cesaro
but
down. What a win this
unfortunately
would
for
be
Moxley,
Lindsay
when you
Dorado.
fight MJF, you're not just fighting MJF. MJF has some heel tactics. He's got that ring. He's also going to do whatever it takes. He'll cheat his way to a victory, and on top of that, he's got a super beast at ringside in Wardlow. So, unfortunately for Moxley, he's not just going to be fighting MJF.
One more time. They call him the Swiss Superman for a reason. Nearly breaking the
Got a lot
golden
more to
links
deal
in
with than
half with
just
a
MJF.
backbreaker. And
Orange
Al's
Cassidy.
just dominant tonight.
God, man, why do you always come in here and spam,
It
man?
just wears you
Can you
down.
please understand? I gotta keep timing you out because you come in here and you say hi 7 times,
Everything hurts.
and then you
Just
just
a
type
couple of
numbers.
examples there.
Cesaro's such a
What's going on with you,
cerebral
man?
competitor.
You used to be
Constantly
cool. What
changing up
happened,
his
man?
strategy and
Somebody
game plan
take
as the
over your
match
account?
progresses. Cover.
Hook of the leg now, and a kick out by Dorado at 2. And
For
maybe
a second,
Cesaro
man, you were
getting
hanging
a bit
out with us.
frustrated
You're
that he
coming over to
hasn't
Twitch
been able
and
to
being
put
cool
Lindsay
and
Dorado
talking
away yet.
about us, talking to us about wrestling and stuff. Now you're just coming up in here spamming all day.
Right now, in my opinion.
It's unfortunate, dude.
Incredibly talented athlete, but Cesaro and Nakamura both are functioning on such a high level right now. I don't see anyone stopping.
Yeah, Lucha House Party did have 3 people in it, but Kalisto has not been seen in decades.
Their shot and they delivered. That's what it takes to make it to the top in this business. You can make all the claims that you want as long as you back them up.
I agree.
Cesaro
dominated one of the
putting Lindsay into the corner, and Lindsay gets the boot up though.
WWE and New Day over a number
Pop
of
up.
weeks.
Whoa. Nice
Great
backflip.
athletic ability of Lindsay Dorado. The springboard
Stunner.
stunner.
Wow. Lindsay with a springboard stunner.
Cesaro's rock Lindsay taking to the bottom rope
Oh,
with a moonsault. We've
low
seen this
moonsault.
before.
He's rolling
Usually
now.
a trio. Great impact each time.
The second one.
Dorado, is he
Going
gonna
for a
go up
third?
to the top rope now, and now Shinsuke Nakamura
Nah, Shinsuke
wanting
there
some
to
interference
distract him.
on the apron as Dorado looks to go up top, and
Oh,
Cesaro
he tried
with
to go
blow
for a
the
third one, but
spine.
What could the Swiss Cyborg have in mind here?
Oh my goodness.
Way up
Razor's
high.
Edge.
Oh, and Dorado.
Wow. Razor's Edge attempt. Ooh, Lindsay almost turned it into a win.
What impact.
Just
Goodness
that
gracious.
quick, Cesaro regains control, and it's all
Neutralizer?
over now.
Looking for the Gotch neutralizer.
Good
and
night.
Cesaro
That's
connects.
done, dude.
Cover now.
Night,
on
night,
Dorado.
Lindsay.
Able to wrap the arm, hook the leg, and Cesaro with the win.
Goodbye. Night, night. Nice try, Lindsay.
Singles outing and victory for one
And the crowd boos. Why would you boo? What did he do? Crowd boos Cesaro winning a legitimate match. Boo! Cesaro, you beat a guy in a wrestling match. without breaking the rules at all. Boo. Why boo him? He's literally he's a better wrestler than Lindsay. He's stronger than Lindsay. On top of that, he's way more decorated. Just because he has done like some heelish, slightly heelish things in the past. Boo. Heavy Machinery versus Miz and Morrison. Right when I thought they were going to surprise me. Nope. The match is official, guys. Heavy Machinery will be taking on Miz and Morrison tonight.
On Friday Night SmackDown.
I like that mask guy. Yeah, he's good. He's good, man. Uh-oh. Otis is talking that trash. Okay.
Otis, Tucker, excuse me, Otis. Earlier tonight, you put an end to a disrespectful episode of the Dirt Sheet held by Ms. John Morrison and Sonya Deville. And
yep, Cesaro won.
I
thought they were going to give that to Lindsay
but now that you have
sure.
a match against Ms. and Morrison tonight, do you think you can channel this
It's a
anger?
pretty okay match.
Everything's a big joke to them. I like jokes, Kayla. I'm a funny guy, but they're crossing the line. What Sonya Deville did last week, despicable. And Ms. Morrison, they won't leave it alone, you know? They just can't let it go. Oh, yeah. I can handle the jokes on me. I'm used to it. I've heard it all since I was a little boy. But them disrespecting my beautiful peach, Mandy Rose, won't stand for it! Ms. and Morrison are gonna learn and find out when you get me angry, no one is gonna be laughing then.
Jeez. Okay. Dude, Otis. Yeah, we got another episode of the Firefly Fun House? What? 2 episodes? Otis gets talk. Uh-oh. Wait a minute, what? The Fiend is getting a match tonight? No way. No one's challenging him. What the heck? Yowie wowie. Are you kidding me? He's here! Oh my goodness. Okay.
The presence.
Oh my goodness. Dude, the Fiend is here, and he's actually doing his entrance. Who the heck would ever come out here and challenge him? Dude, maybe Goldberg's returning. Oh my goodness. This may be the first time we've seen the Fiend in like months actually doing his entrance and everything. The Fiend is here. I'm like genuinely out of my mind surprised right now. He can't be cutting a promo. He's not going to talk in this mask. What is happening? What is going on here? Dude, I hope he has a match tonight. The Fiend next. Wow. And they're going to commercial right now. So what? Okay. Okay, this is what I'm talking about right here. Give me this. Give me the creepies. Creepy. Oh my goodness, the Fiend. What a way to kick it up a notch, man. I'm so glad he came out. Honestly, the SmackDown was starting to go zzz. It was starting to go like the lights go when he comes out. This could be his first TV match, yeah, if he's going to actually wrestle. Holy moly. Dudley. Yes, you heard right. Dudley. Don't come up here. Dudley, don't. I told you, like, you heard right. Yes, he's here. Dudley, don't come up here. I told you, Dudley. I told you. Oh, my goodness. I told you, Dudley. Dude, if he gets a match tonight, somebody's getting super squashed. I hope they got like 5 people to fight him or something. This guy is untouchable. If Goldberg comes back right now, I'm gonna absolutely lose my mind. All right, I'll be right back, guys. All right, I'm back. The king has returned. That's me. That's me. That's me. Hey, thank you to everybody who left a thumbs up on the YouTube video so far. If you haven't already done that, guys, if you could take a second, I would very much appreciate it. The sweet Dr. Pepper guy. It's the sweet. That guy. Oh, no. Oh, no. When is he going to show up in the GWE? But thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you guys for your for the thumbs up, and thank you so much for tweeting or retweeting the tweets as well. Let the world know. The Undertaker and King. Let the world know. Maybe they've seen enough. Maybe the Undertaker and King have seen enough. Oh my goodness, Big Rud has seen enough. Big Rud has seen enough. Have you? But the Fiend's here. You've seen enough of the Fiend? Big Red, don't make me have the Fiend tell you something. What does the light flickering mean? It might mean that new faction is on every show, which is the way it should be. Why would a faction of troublemakers be on one show? I don't like that at all. I think they should go wherever they want to go. If they're going to actually be a threat, they should go wherever they want to go. They shouldn't be like, oh, well, we did sign a contract to only destroy Raw. What? You're under contract to destroy the show you're on. And only that show. All right, he's here, guys. Back from commercial. The Fiend is here. Is he going to cut a promo in this mask? He's got Alexa with him. Uh-oh. Dude, he's got Alexa with him. Uh-oh. This is right now. This is not last week. This is right now. And now he's crawling up to her. Alexa looks like $1 million though. Yeah, it's nice to see he took care of her while she was kidnapped. She got a brand new outfit and everything. Oh no. Oh no. He's gonna hit her with the hurt glove. No, don't do it again. Braun! Where are you, Braun? Alexa stopped him. Alexa stopped his hurt hand. And she pets his face. Like Beauty and the Beast?
Hey, Bray, you sadistic bastard. Did you really think playing with my emotions would work? I don't give a damn about Alexa. All I care about is destroying you. You see, I knew when I walked in the swamp, there was only two ways that I was coming out of it. One, the most evil son of a bitch that the earth had ever laid eyes on. Two, a man with the satisfaction that he spit in the devil's face and ripped him limb from limb. Seeing that you're standing in the middle of that ring means that you're looking at the most evil son of a bitch this earth has ever laid eyes on.
Holy crepes.
You see, I tried to fight it. I tried to resist it. But I was pushed to my breaking point. And I let it out. I let that has been clawing and scratching inside of me for so long out. I am fulfilling my destiny. I am more than a man. I am the thing that nightmares are made of. I am the monster. Fiend, you can have whatever you want at SummerSlam. Face your fears. Face the monster.
Holy moly.
This Monday,
oh my
it's another action-packed night as the
wow.
Owens challenges the sinister legend killer Randy Orton. And after a career-ending ambush,
he was the monster among men. So he's still the monster.
Will the eccentric Asuka get retribution against the brash Bayley and earn a match for the Raw Women's Championship at SummerSlam? Plus,
welcome everyone to Raw Underground.
Yes, Raw Underground's coming back.
Who is brave enough to join the Daredevil host Shane McMahon in his new adrenaline-pumping Raw Underground? Raw, this Monday, 8/7 Central.
That Dabba-Kato, baby.
USA.
Dabba-Kato's gonna toss some people through the mat again. Goodness gracious, dude! What a segment! What a promo! That was some good stuff right there. It's the same thing, dude. No, it's the same thing that happens to everybody. Look at everybody that the Fiend touches turns different. They turn darker. They turn stranger. They turn into like their own version of what the Fiend is. It's an incredible storyline that's actually spanned over several superstars at this point. And now look at Braun. Braun doesn't have the how do I put it? What it seems like is he doesn't have the self-control. He's been that monstrous type of dude who hasn't had to keep his feelings in check or his wrath in check at all. So the fact that the Fiend touched him, it just amplifies that. Like, look at what happened to Seth. Seth, he was always the architect. He was always the leader of the Shield and all that stuff. He always had a plan, all this stuff. And now, once the Fiend beat him, he turned into like a almost more dark version of that. He's not just the architect now. Now he's the Messiah, like an architect is just a guy who like draws up plans so you can build a building. Now he's the Messiah. Like he wants to assert his dominance over in the whole society and build his own society. Not an architect anymore. He's a Messiah. Like look at everybody the Fiend has touched and beaten. They all turn to this like weird version of themselves that amplifies their like main traits. And now Braun, who was the monster among men, is now just a monster. Like that's probably the scariest thing he's created so far, because Braun could already survive like semi trucks hitting him and stuff. So I mean, I think it's great, man. I think it's a great story. I think it makes sense. So I don't know, man. I think it makes sense. AJ Styles? Does AJ Styles even have a match tonight? I didn't see any advertised AJ Styles match. We'll have to see, guys. Don't worry, I'm gonna let you know what's going on. But I've just been absolutely loving the Fiend, and Bray is a freaking wrestling genius. He created a monster like he did though, and this might be the most devastating foe he ever has to face. I mean, how are you gonna overcome somebody who beat you before? He beat him before without being the monster. All right, we got Jeff Hardy. We're back from commercial. Jeffrey Hardy. Jeffrey Hardy.
Corey, Jeff Hardy has told us that he hasn't felt this good in a very long time.
Oh my goodness. Yo. Michael, again, he said AEW should be 3 hours on Wednesday. That'd be tough though, because you got to remember they're on TNT, so they gotta have NBA. NBA pulls way more people than AEW, so that would be kind of like ratings, giving up ratings and giving up money. NBA gets more viewers than AEW, so that'd be like, oh, you know, whatever. Let's just give up a couple 100,000 viewers. So I don't know, man. I know you like it, but like I said, you gotta look at facts too. The facts are TNT's making more money off the NBA, so it would benefit you, but it would not benefit the pockets of the businessmen who are making it happen. King Corbin.
But Shorty G ran into a very irate Sheamus, as did King Corbin earlier on. Ladies and gentlemen, SummerSlam is presented by Cricket Wireless. All about coverage in and out of the ring. Smile, you're on Cricket.
And by World of Tanks SummerSlam. This summer, dominate the battlefield and fight to claim the powerful tanks of WWE.
It's not on Wednesday night, bro. Yeah, it could be. It could be. They signed a contract with AEW through what, 2022 or something. So you got to think, once NBA is back in full swing, they can't just automatically be like, oh yes, you get 3 hours on Wednesdays, because what if they're gonna do that? You know, they gotta go with the thing that's gonna get them more ratings. They gotta go with the thing that's gonna get them more money. They signed a contract with AEW not just through August 2020. They signed a contract with them for years to come. So if the NBA starts popping again and starts actually playing normal season games and everything, then they're not going to give up NBA programming for AEW extra hour.
Renewed superstar here in WWE. Feels like he's got a new lease on life. Vows to never
8 games right now, but you got to realize right now is not the normal NBA season.
No, King Corbin would love nothing more.
NBA is normally on for 82 games a season, guys. It's not. This is not a normal season right now. So just because they're not playing on Wednesday right now on TNT doesn't mean they don't have plans for what's going to happen after the pandemic is over and after all the rest of that. So it's like this. If you have 2 jobs, let's say you have 2 jobs. You have one job that makes you $18 an hour, and you have one job that makes you $10 an hour. Okay, so you got an $18 an hour job, and you got a $10 an hour job. Now you signed a contract for the $10 an hour job. You're gonna do that job every single Wednesday for 2 hours. Cool, you made that. But then you also got the $18 an hour job. Now, are you going to extend your contract with the $10 an hour job before you find out what's going on with the $18 per hour job? Or are you going to make sure you secure the one that's paying you more before you start extending other stuff, before you start figuring out what the $10 an hour job is doing? Like, that's the NBA versus AEW. NBA is going to make them more money, so they're going to secure that first. And right now it's so up in the air, they're not going to start expanding AEW and then have to take off that hour once they start bringing in more money from NBA, and NBA starts being in full swing. So you want to make sure that the one that makes you the most money is going to be secure before you start extending one that makes you less money. So that's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly, Michael. That's my point. You don't care about NBA, so that's why you're saying that they should extend AEW. But you got to think, dude. They need to make sure that they're the one that makes them more money gets the first foot in the door before they start doing more stuff for the one that makes them less money.
The proper respect, the respect deserved for royalty here on Friday Night SmackDown.
You know, Corey, you know the old adage.
So what would be best for AEW? This is something I've been saying for a couple months. AEW should have their own network. Not hard to make your own website. Everybody and their grandma has a streaming service now. Peacock, Quibi, like there's all kinds of places have their own streaming site. They should just create their own streaming site, and that third hour you're talking about should just be on their own streaming service. They would get at least 100,000 people to sign up for it. So they'd be making 100,000 a month plus, times however much it costs, maybe like $4.99. So they'd be making an extra 500 grand a month, and make it so the pay-per-views are included with that or something. Just make it so there's an AEW network. It shows behind-the-scenes footage. It has Being the Elite episodes like an hour before they come out on the YouTube channel or something. Make it so that it's worth it for the fans, and then do that. And that way we can stop paying so much for the pay-per-view.
As Hardy now tries to battle back to his feet.
Just do that. I think that would be the best thing for AEW to do right now. Create an AEW network. Just a streaming service where you can catch some behind-the-scenes footage, just like the WWE network, but not as robust, of course, because they haven't been around as long.
Can't make the same mistake twice with a better
that would be
Jeff
money.
Hardy, as Corbin just learned the hard way.
You know, Jeff Hardy does not have a short fuse,
That'd be money.
When it's lit, it'll finally explode, and that's what's happened here. Jeff Hardy.
And 3 episodes of AEW have been moved to different nights because of the NBA. Exactly, Ringmaster. That's what I'm saying. Like they're gonna choose their priorities, which is the one that's gonna make them more money. And that's not disrespecting AEW, but like they gotta secure the big money deals before they start expanding the other stuff that is making them money, but not as much.
Once again, nearly lived up to his promise to knock off the charismatic enigma. Got to be just a matter of time at this point. Hardy spent.
And Corbin now, what does he have in
We'll
mind?
have to see, man. Corbin's being extra dirty right now.
Here it comes. Corbin was looking for the end of days. Hardy felt it coming, able to fight.
Yeah, Jeff Hardy does not want to catch the end of days. Smart stuff. Oh my goodness. Wow. Baron Corbin kneed Jeff Hardy so hard that he fell all the way out of the ring from like over halfway through. Oh my God, front kick. It cost Corbin the match. Oh, I love it. I love it. That's perfect. That's absolutely perfect booking right there. Absolutely perfect booking right here. Jeff Hardy wins because of the brogue kick from Sheamus here, and he cost Baron on purpose. Dude, that was perfect booking. Absolute retribution. And you know that Sheamus was gonna love kicking Jeff Hardy in the head because of what they've been through together. That was perfection of booking, and they just went to commercial, by the way. Also predictable. It was, but it's perfect. It's predictable when you order food at a restaurant and it shows up and it's cooked right? That doesn't make it bad just because it's predictable. That's what you want, right? You want a storyline to be somewhat predictable. That way you know the people involved would actually act this way or would actually do these things. Even if it was predictable, that means that they're actually following a storyline here. They're actually letting the characters act like they should be acting in this particular situation. Being predictable is not necessarily a bad thing. I've had this conversation like 55 times, though. Hopefully you know what I'm saying. Predictability is not necessarily a bad thing, especially when it delivers on what you're actually wanting to see. I want to see Sheamus acting like Sheamus. I want to see Baron Corbin getting his comeuppance. I want to see him getting punked. Why would AEW go to USA? No, they wouldn't. Why would they? They're in a great place on TNT right now. You could tell TNT likes them. TNT advertises them very much. I've seen them actually advertise Dynamite while I'm just sitting there watching. Like, they're just for no reason. They're like, "Yo, Dynamite on Wednesdays." I'm like, "Oh, cool. All right." They obviously care. I don't know why they would want to jump ship. I think they're looking good right now. Well, maybe in the future. Nothing's set in stone forever. But they got a contract, so they're going to be here for a while. Yeah. Being predictable is not bad. When you go up to the drive-thru and you're like, "Yo, let me get a Big Mac, fries, let me get a Coke." And then you go up to the window and you get a Big Mac, fries, and a Coke. Like, that's predictable, right? But it's delivering on what you're ordering. We're trying to order a consistent character study here, a consistent piece of storytelling where characters act the same from one night to another or from one segment to another. So just being predictable doesn't mean it's bad. Sometimes it's bad when it's like, "Oh, here comes a tag match," like that stuff sucks because it's so rudimentary. But this made sense. This Sheamus thing made sense because he had that look on his face. He got crossed, and obviously he was gonna do something about it. Oh, and now he's got to fight Sheamus? Oh my God, Corbin versus Sheamus now. Okay, I didn't see that coming.
Wanted some form of payback after the King's
Holy
ransom.
moly.
Tried to be collected by Shorty G.
All right.
Cost Sheamus a match earlier tonight.
Yeah,
well, here we go.
Riddle. Then there was a confrontation backstage between Sheamus
Shame
and
off.
Corbin. Where
Yo,
Sheamus
Mo, did you
Corbin
play more of
come down.
Ghost of Tsushima?
Please
tell me I didn't inspire you to start playing more of that. I gotta get to where you're at, man.
Releasing their aggression on one another right here on SmackDown. I love it.
And Corbin now with a big boot to Sheamus, and Sheamus with a knee right to the midsection.
It made sense.
And King Corbin looks to regroup.
Yeah, no rumors, no spoilers, no dirt sheets, guys. I don't want to hear about what you read somewhere else. I just want to find out as things happen on the screen.
And Corbin just finished competing.
I'm playing it all weekend. Oh no, Mo, stop! No, play Fall Guys. Play Fall Guys, man.
Speaks to the vitriol between both of these men.
That game's great.
And Corbin
play Fall Guys.
Right through Sheamus.
Oh my goodness, Sheamus gets destroyed.
And King Corbin buys himself
King
some
Corbin.
time.
I actually kind of like them fighting each other.
Direction threw the Celtic Warrior off just for a moment. Corbin capitalized.
Watch this collision. Boom! And now driving Sheamus up right into the barricade.
Brighten up my camera real quick.
Corbin did tell Sheamus, if I didn't have a match with Jeff Hardy and fight you here tonight, well, guess what? He got his wish.
He did
Corbin
get his wish.
now with body blows to Sheamus.
Come on, man. Fall Guys. You got to play
Honestly,
Fall Guys.
Corbin, never thought we'd see this match.
He
King
defeated
Corbin
Battlegrounds,
and
too.
Sheamus.
Hey, Mo, thank you very much for telling me about that beta thing, too, for Avengers. I wonder if do you know if it works?
Now send Sheamus back into the ring.
No swearing in here, please, Ahmad.
Now look at
Let's not do that.
but it's met with a knee. Here comes the Celtic
Do you know if it works if you pre-order it on Amazon? All right, well, I'm going to time you out then, Ahmad, because I deleted your message. You didn't see that? I deleted your message. That should let you know you did something wrong. Why would you redo it?
Now Sheamus comes over now
All right,
to the
so
announce
you're gonna
desk
get timed out now.
off it right here in front of us. These two superstars, Corey, beat the hell out of each other.
This is a matter of personal
I
pride.
didn't touch Battlegrounds.
I think Sheamus
Yeah, you did. You pre-ordered it. You paid it off in full. You got the collector's edition.
Corbin driven off the post.
Nightbot is not begging for money. Nightbot chimes in like every 20 minutes or something and lets people know how to donate. A lot of people have asked me how to donate, how to chip in. So I just made it a thing that pops up like every 20 minutes or so.
And
Nightbot's not asking for money. It's just telling people how to donate if they want to.
Hooks the leg on Sheamus, who powers out at 2.
You know, he wanted to go for the deep six, but Sheamus is so big, he had to just turn it into a sidewalk slam.
Athletes are seeing red right now.
Pretty good, like this heavy hitter match right here. You think Amazon will do it too? Did you get it? Did you just tell me about it and not do it yourself?
Riddle happened to Corbin a few moments ago on the outside.
Corbin will beat Sheamus.
This is just
I
fury.
don't know. Sheamus is a vet at this point, man. He knows what he's doing.
With rage.
Corbin might beat Sheamus in like a boxing match because he definitely knows how to box.
I don't know that he cares.
But in like a straight up fight, I don't know.
And now, look at it, just punish
Sheamus is going bald soon.
Sheamus
guy's got enough hair on his chin
Corbin just wrestles him right
to do
down to
some
the mat
transplant
again.
surgery if he needs to.
WWE can overpower
I'm waiting for
Sheamus
Xbox One.
like
Oh, Mo, that sucks, dude.
Whipping the Celtic Warrior down.
Why? The PS4 is getting characters Xbox is not getting, and they're getting the beta. You shouldn't wait, dude. They're getting the beta first, and they're getting characters that Xbox is not even getting. If you really want to play the game in full for the money you're spending, you should get it on PS4, dude. Plus, it's gonna run better probably.
Sheamus was reaching, attempting to get to the eyes of
really,
to no avail.
Yeah, really. I know it sucks, dude. I don't like it when they do stuff like that either, but you got to remember, Sony owns the rights to Spider-Man. They own the rights to a lot of characters, so you're not going to get the full-on experience. And they've already announced that Spider-Man is exclusive to PS4, and you get the beta first on PS4. So
Sheamus with Corbin up on his shoulders.
I would say, man, you're gonna get the most out of your money by pre-ordering it on PS4.
Corbin just hanging on.
Corbin able to slither free and flatten Sheamus once again.
What a clothesline.
Neither of these men refusing to give an inch.
Yo, Matt Riddle out of nowhere. Oh my goodness, bro kick cleans the clock of Corbin. Oh my goodness, Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle helped Sheamus win. All he did was jump off the top and roll out. He didn't even hit him.
Well, Corey, that was payback for earlier tonight.
Wow. What the heck? My game's always hating on Xbox. That's not hating. Sony bought the rights to Spider-Man like years ago. You know how long they've owned the rights to Spider-Man? They've owned the rights to Spider-Man since Tobey Maguire first stepped foot in the suit, dude. Since Spider-Man 1, they've owned the rights. They're not hating on Xbox. They're just trying to get that money. That was cool. Matt Riddle. Yes, very intricate, interweaving storylines. I really like this, man. The people who are supposed to not like each other are causing each other problems now. This is really good.
Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm fine. No, I'm good. Is it because you're wrestling Asuka on Raw next week? No, I don't even know why you're bringing that up. But I mean, now that you do, I kind of wish that you would have asked
Superman
me
or
about
Batman
it before
game.
you kind of threw me into the match. I'm not even worried about it.
Warner Brothers is just.
You shouldn't be worried either. You have this.
They don't own
you
them,
got
you know.
this. But most importantly,
They'd
need
have to
you
buy 'em.
to do this for me. Please, Asuka
Dude,
wants
I'm
a
gonna
rematch
start
for
playing
my
Batman.
championship at SummerSlam.
Dude, actually,
I gotta start
Asuka
playing it.
wants to get back at me for what I did to her best friend Kyrie, so it's kind of like
It does not matter what Asuka wants. This is not about Asuka. This is about us. We have all the gold.
They do.
We did this. Because not only are we role models, but you're my role model.
Aww.
Sorry to interrupt. You guys are needed in the ring for a video conference.
Who's this
with
guy?
Stephanie McMahon.
Oh God!
Wait.
Wait a minute. Uh-oh.
Stephanie McMahon? Like Stephanie McMahon? No. Everything's fine. We're good.
TNT moved AEW 3 shows. You see, that's what I'm saying, though. You see what I'm saying? Like, that shows their priorities. Like, when it comes down to NBA versus AEW, they're gonna choose NBA. You know, they're gonna choose that. So that's why I'm saying they can't make. They're not gonna just make AEW a 3-hour show, because what if there's like a huge rivalry and they want to put that on, or what if there's something like that? They're always gonna go with NBA first because it makes them more money, it gets them more viewers, and it's more popular. Period. So that's why when you said it should go to 3 hours, I was like, dude, I don't know, because they have to move something at that point. Like because what TNT has is they have a full schedule, and they gave them a 2-hour slot, so that's what they're allotted for. And even then, they move that 2-hour slot if they need to, based off of other things that are on there. So it's not going to. They're not going to move other things around to like a lot more time for it. So like I said, the best thing for AEW to do is to make their own network. That way they don't have to give Fight TV a cut. They don't have to give BR Live a cut. They don't have to give anybody a cut of their actual pay-per-view money, because their pay-per-view money is separate from TNT money. So that's just literally their money at that point. And if they sell an AEW network for $4.99 a month, $4.99 a month, for half the price of the WWE network, they're going to get at least 100,000 people to sign up, I would say, based off of their average viewership of like 700,000, 800,000, somewhere in between there. You know, about 1/7 of that is willing to actually pay money for that. Maybe even more. Maybe they get like 200,000. That's just a cool mill per month that they're going to get on top of their normal contract. And it'll make an easy way for all of us fans to see their product and get some cool stuff in the meantime. Some exclusive series, behind the scenes footage. They could put Shot of Brandy on there. They could put the Pro Wrestling Figure podcast, now that they have Matt Cardona, and they have I don't know how that would work with what's his name, with Brian Myers, or Kurt Hawkins. But still, like, they could have some original programming. You could get episodes of Being the Elite like an hour early if you have the network or something. There's a lot of things they could do there, and they can add an hour to their show. They can add an hour to Dynamite. They could call it like Dynamite Dark or something, where it's an hour later, an hour past the end time, and you get to see some even more matches. And it's like another part of Dark or something. They could do so much with that, and it would be so fun to have that network, because you could also make it to where you're getting pay-per-views, and they could get a bigger cut of the actual dollar signs. Uh-oh, Big E.
Yeah, hey. So, your New Day brethren,
here we go. We're
Kingston
back from commercial break, guys.
Woods are sidelined for the time being. So you're going to venture out on your own. What does this next part of your journey look like?
Caleb, for the past 5 years, I've been a man who may log roll down to the ring, a man who may pour a box of cereal on the head of an eager adult, a man whose popcorn gift is widely used around the world, still one of my proudest accomplishments.
Yeah, and I was there when they did that.
An entertainer.
I was in the arena when the popcorn gift was born.
And a friend. But now I finally get to answer the question of what could have been. What could have been if they just passed him the ball? What could have been if they let him run it alone? But you see, the support from the WWE Universe and the cosigns from Kofi and Woods, these things could be perceived as a weight. They could be perceived as pressure. But these things are not an anchor. They are not a burden. They don't hold me down. They lift me up. And although I may not know where this run is going to take me, I can assure you that I will give this nothing less than all of me. I said all of me. Because
New Day rocks.
Yeah, what else?
New Day rocks.
Yeah, what else?
New Day rocks.
What else?
New Day rocks.
Yeah! Yeah, Caleb! Caleb, I said yeah! Yeah!
Dude, he is just crazy.
Sonya Deville waiting for a video conference with Stephanie.
Bring back heel Big E.
Here on
Dude, maybe.
SmackDown.
Maybe. Uh-oh, okay. Stephanie McMahon.
Hi, Stephanie. She's here.
Bailey, Sasha, thank you so much for taking the time to join me. Listen, I just wanted to actually congratulate you. I mean, the two of you have achieved insurmountable goals. You wanted to win all of the women's championships in WWE.
I don't have Stephanie.
And minus NXT, you've actually achieved that goal.
thank you so much, Stephanie. That means so much coming from you.
Yes, thank you so much. We really need to hear that because there's a lot of negativity and like a lot of jealousy coming from the locker room right now. So your positive feedback means the world to us, especially because really all we're trying to do is be role models for little girls all around the world that watch us every single week.
That is right, even including little girls like your daughter.
Yeah.
We are just trying to finish the job that you started with the women's evolution.
And what a job you've done. I mean, traveling to all 3 brands, Raw, SmackDown, NXT, doing whatever it takes. I mean, being a guest referee at the horror show at Extreme Rules, or even making a mockery out of a stipulation I made by brutally attacking Kairi Sane and having Asuka get counted out and lose her championship. You know, I'm not sure about being role models, but you certainly have gotten everyone's attention, including mine.
Stephanie, we know what's best for business.
That looks like $1 million
We're just trying to follow
man.
in your footsteps. Look, we are a huge fan of yourself and your husband. We watch you like every single day.
Yeah. Every single day we watch everything that's available on the WWE Network that everyone could watch at home for only
$9.99. Yes, the $9.99 is back.
Look, you may have found a loophole in a stipulation that I created.
They did the $9.99 again.
I'm not one to hold a grudge. I'm a McMahon.
I'm not one to hold a grudge. I'm a
not going to
McMahon.
lecture you. I'm not going to punish you, but I do want to challenge you. So at SummerSlam,
wow,
Sasha, you will be defending the Raw Women's Championship. And who knows? You could be defending that title against
Asuka.
Your best friend's opponent on Monday.
Yep.
The talented, dynamic, and vengeful Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka.
Yep. Very real.
And as for you, Bayley, remember all those enemies you've been making across Raw, SmackDown, and NXT? Well, they will all have a chance for retribution when they compete next week in a triple brand battle royal, with the winner facing you for the SmackDown Women's Championship at SummerSlam.
Oh my goodness, a triple
Now
brand
that's
battle royal.
What's best for business.
Oh
Well, that cannot be good news for Bayley as she celebrates her 300th day as SmackDown Women's Champion.
Oh my goodness. So a triple brand challenge. Wow, the winner of that will be going after.
Did you end up getting it?
Yeah, that's epic.
What's up, Kayla? You need a trim too?
Actually, I was hoping to get a word with
Backstage
Ms.
with
Morrison.
Ms. Morrison and
So,
Sonya
gentlemen,
Deville.
after tonight's episode of The Dirt Sheet, do you regret taking things too far now that you have a match against Heavy Machinery tonight?
Oh, so sorry. Our highbrow comedy is too sophisticated for your taste, Kayla. John and I are true professionals. Sometimes good comedy offends.
And look, those two ham and
It's
eggers,
true.
Otis and Tucker, they get confused, then they get mad, then they make mistakes.
Exactly. It's called gamesmanship. John and I are physical...
Agreed.
Marvels. I like marvels.
Marvels is a good word.
Physical marvels, mental giants, and it's not going to take much to outwit Otis. It's like playing chess against a pot-bellied pig.
You know what they say, Kayla, if you can't take the heat, stay out of the kitchen. I guess to be fair, they never said that to Otis.
Oh.
Well, I have to say, I've never seen
Talking
Otis
that
upset
trash.
before.
Oh, what's he going to do? Eat us?
Well, he did promise that after he got his hands on you tonight, no one would be laughing anymore.
Look, Heavy Machinery are big. They're tough. They're ferocious.
In catering.
Oh,
We have a
goodness.
match to prepare for. So if you'll just excuse us.
What about the women's
Bye-bye.
tag team championships? Yeah, I'm wondering
Ms.
about
and
that
Morrison
too.
take on Heavy Machinery next.
I'm wondering about that too. What's gonna happen with the what is gonna happen with the women's tag team titles? That is a very good question. I could foresee this being some sort of, I don't know. Gosh, what would you like to see? What would you guys like to see happen with the women's tag team titles? The tag team division is not the best right now. What would you guys like to see? Yeah, Morris, they were talking that trash. They don't know what to do with them titles. No, they don't. They really don't. Belair? Oh, huh. Belair is probably going to be very caught up with Zelina Vega after the whole like poisoning the drink thing. So I would say she's probably not going to end up anywhere near this tag division. Maybe Liv and Ruby. I can see Liv and Ruby emerging to take those titles. They've been spending some time building them up. Maybe Liv and Ruby. I don't see any other tag teams. Alexa's just kidnapped right now, so it's not going to be Nikki Cross and Alexa. There's only like one other tag team besides the Iconics. I don't know. You see JTG challenge Cody for the title? Who's JTG? What's his full name? Sounds familiar, but I do not know who you're talking about. Just based off of that. AEW has so many wrestlers they need another show. They do have another show. They do a thing called AEW Dark. And Michael, I do the full on AEW Dark reaction on my Twitch channel every Tuesday, man. You should come on over to my Twitch. It's twitch.tv/Gritty Urban Saga. Is there like a Twitch command over here? I hope there is. Twitch. Let me see. Does it work? I know, bro. Well, there you go. They got another show. There you go. Come on over, man. Come hang out with us. I do it every Tuesday. We do the entirety of AEW Dark. I also do Impact on that day, and on top of that, if there is a Being the Elite or two that are out, I do the Being the Elite reaction as well. So come on over, man. I don't just do YouTube. I do Twitch way more than I do YouTube. I mean on TV, bro. Why TV? What does TV have to do with it? If you can watch them, why does it matter where it's at? It's like saying, "Yo, they should project AEW on the moon." Like what? Why? Why does it matter where they project it at? If you can watch it, then just watch it. What does TV have to do with it? They already have a TV show. Why do they need another one? What's that going to do for them? Have another show that doesn't get as many ratings and dilutes the product, because that's what it'll be. They'll have like one good angle on the show and they'll save everything else for Dynamite, and then you'll just be watching a show that's just fun to watch, just like what you do with Dark right now. That's what Dark is. Dark is a diluted show where they show off a bunch of people that you don't normally see on TV, and they lose quite heavily, and then there's like one cool angle and then they go off the air. Imagine if they had to do that twice now instead of once. It'll be even more diluted, and it'll be even less hard hitting stuff that happens there. You don't want to over inundate your audience, and on top of that, you don't want to overly dilute your storylines and your professionals. Right now, they literally are bringing in people you've never heard of and have never gotten a win just to lose to Scorpio Sky every day. Like it sounds like a good idea, but you need to understand like the logistics of doing that. Logistics of having 3 shows a week. It means you're gonna water down everything else to try to make one or two good things that happen on each show, and it's just gonna take away from your main product. Half short, twice strong. That's why you don't add like a gallon of water to like a packet of Kool-Aid, because it just ends up being so flavorless. And you're like, yo, well, at least I have a gallon of Kool-Aid, but it doesn't even taste good. So it's like, yeah, you have more, but it doesn't have that same oomph. Doesn't have that same flavor as if you just would have poured half that in there. So you do 3 shows a week, you end up with the watered down, predictable product with one angle per show that actually matters, instead of actually giving everybody what they want once a week. So I don't know. It's up to you. It's up to them, but just I think you love AEW so much you're not realizing what you're asking for. There's a reason Dark is not everybody's favorite show. It's because it's literally just a bunch of developmental people getting crushed by main roster people all day long, and then one angle that actually matters, and then we'll see you next week. Now imagine if they had to split that between 3 separate shows. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna be cool.
Sit out, John. Let's go.
You hear Sonya Deville's voice at ringside. She is out here in support.
I know they got a lot of talent, but not as much as you think. Especially not as much talent as is needed for 3 separate shows a week.
Those two on. What are you trying to imply? That Sonya Deville's not worthy of being out here with a couple of...
Uh-oh. Wait a minute. The lights are flickering again. Uh-oh. The lights are flickering. And they're making the lights flicker over here, too. They're flickering my broadcast.
Damage they created on Raw Monday night as Otis now comes in off the tag.
I want to see more of AEW wrestlers on TV. Well, who? Who do you want to see? Why on TV? Why does that matter? If you can watch them, why do you care where they're at?
He has the contract.
All you got to do is watch them on YouTube. You're asking them to inflate their programming, and that'll just be a bunch of people showing up to just they'll just sign a bunch of nobodies to get beat up by your favorite superstars. It'll just be Dark, but then like watered down Dark.
Otis became Mr. Money in the Bank. He thinks the world's his oyster. He thinks he's could be the next Universal Champion.
But let me ask you a question. You and Mandy Rose, and you were Mr. Money in the Bank. What would you think?
Tag team main event. You think this is the main event?
That's irrelevant.
I don't know, man. We got 19 minutes left.
I'm not an active competitor, Cole.
Heavy machinery now with a double team on.
I'm really hoping not. I like Heavy Machinery. I like Ms and Morrison, but I don't see how this will result in a main event type of finish.
Is and having some fun doing it.
I really hope this is not the absolute ending here. Oh, we're at commercial now. Okay. Meeting of the Bellies. Yep. Cracked him in the middle. I really hope this is not the ending. And if it is, I hope it amounts to something crazy. But the tag titles have already been kind of on TV tonight. Cesaro and Sheamus, or Cesaro and Shinsuke, we're already out here tonight. Lindsay got beat, so I don't think that they're going to be claiming anything tag wise. Otis would be very smart to not cash in this Money in the Bank anytime soon, because he had no chance of beating Braun anyway, but he definitely is not going to beat the Fiend Braun, or the Dark Monster Braun. He ain't beating that, so he should just wrap this Money in the Bank thing up and cash it in maybe sometime a couple months from now. I don't see how this will end in anything but. Yeah, I just don't see how this would send SmackDown off the air with any sort of like oomph, unless Mandy returns. But still, even that is like, unless she shaves half of Sonya's head or something, there's gonna have to be something crazy that happens, man. I don't think that this win for Heavy Machinery is gonna mean anything. We'll see. See Matt Hardy cut online, bro? Yeah, I did. It's unfortunate, man. It's really unfortunate that people are taking it to that level. And this is what I was talking about earlier when I said that AEW is doing a lot of what WCW was doing. WCW was taking it to that next level with like blood and just beatings and things like that are going to catch the eyes of bloodthirsty males. But you risk a lot with that because you're getting legitimately hurt. People are getting legitimately hurt. That's why we've only seen Darby Allin for like 2 months out of his entire AEW career. The guy keeps getting wrecked, hurt, put out for months. That's why Sammy is he's losing months off his career every time he shows up. I hope they don't have to keep on doing this type of stuff, because it's getting crazy out here.
Well, she gets along with Ms and Morrison because the three of them.
I really just wish that they would stick to just good storytelling instead of killing each other. They're literally out here hurting each other. I know you saw the cut. He doesn't need to be getting cut like that. Dude's a freaking legend. The guy is he's not a hardcore legend. The guy's a tag team legend. He's going down in history as a legitimate wrestling Hall of Famer, and he's out here getting double front flips through a table and getting his whole head chopped open. It's not necessary at all.
Yeah, but what Otis did there was distract Morrison and allow Tucker to go right at
Phoenix, Britt, everybody, dude. I'm telling you, like, half their roster has been in some sort of legitimate injury trouble because they try to take it so far to get the same people to watch, and the same people are gonna watch. The same people are gonna watch, dude. They're gonna grow their viewership by like 100,000 people off of hardcore spots, and then once the hardcore stops, those people are gonna be like, all right, well, whatever, I'm out, because they're fickle. They're fickle fans, dude. If you can add 100,000 people by doing something hardcore, then you can lose 100,000 people by not doing something hardcore. So the second they take their foot off the gas with all the death-defying stuff is the second they're gonna lose all the people that they thought they gained. It's a pointless it's a pointless demographic to try to check into. It's like if all I try to do was convince people I was a country music fan, and I'm like, yo, yeah, Garth Brooks, yeah, and I just talk about country music all day. Yeah, I might get a couple more people to watch me, but then as soon as I stop talking about Garth Brooks, start actually showing what I'm doing, then those people are going to stop watching. So it's like, you should just be who you are. Be who you can maintain and take care of your athletes. Don't risk people's health to get a couple 100,000 people to watch you. Do what you know you're comfortable with.
Look at the big man go.
And if you got people like Darby Allin and Sammy Guevara who are so happy to be there, they're going to risk their lives to just give you a cool spot when they could be the Hall of Famers of the future.
Not nearly as much fun to watch.
Oh my goodness. Nice suplex by Otis.
Absolute powerhouse incoming.
That's my main problem with it, is you got people there who don't know better, who don't know that they're risking their lives and risking their careers. They're just so happy to be on TV that they're going to risk it all. Caterpillar, elbow drop by Otis. Oh, Miz breaks it up.
Embarrassing. It might have damaged one of his 8 abs.
Hogan versus Sting versus Ric Flair at Triple Threat at Mania. Barney, that sounds cool. That sounds cool. That sounds cool to me. Jeff Hardy does the same thing. No. Jeff Hardy does not do the same thing. Jeff Hardy has not had a gash in his head so big that he literally needs to be patched up by doctors after having a not even real match. Jeff Hardy does not do the same thing. He used to do the same thing. Yo, Mandy Rose is out here. Yeah, they threw out the match. Mandy with the ground and pound. I told you, man. I told you that was too much. It was not too much, too little to be the actual end of SmackDown.
Sonya Deville, like God's greatest soccer mom right now.
Mandy's out here just trying to take Sonya apart.
Separate Mandy now from Sonya. Ms and Morrison doing the same. And Mandy, though, breaks free and goes right after Sonya.
He's too highbrow for the fans? No, that guy literally had a heart attack on live TV. He doesn't need to be out here. That's exactly what I was just talking about, Barney. He doesn't need to be out here. Why would he risk his life to come out here? WWE would gain like 40,000 viewers if he showed up.
Verizon knows how to build unlimited right.
That's exactly what I just said, dude. Why would he risk his life literally risk his life to step foot in a ring and get like 40,000 more people to watch. Like, I remember Jerry. It's just not worth it, man. It's absolutely not worth it. I know maybe you want to see it, but you got to really think about it. Do you care about him enough to just understand he should not be in this ring? That's what people need to understand. Why would you wish for somebody like that to step foot in the ring? The guy literally had a heart attack on live television. He ain't ready. He ain't ready to be out here, man. All it's gonna be is just a just edge of your seat fest, wondering if he's gonna even make it. His heart attack was no, it was not. It was not a work. It was not a work at all. His heart attack was real. That was an absolute real moment in history, for sure. That was not a work. Memphis loves him. If they love him, then they should let him just chill. Guy can barely show up on commentary without being a risk out here. Just let him chill. Let him enjoy the rest of his life, man. Why would you want him to risk his life out here? The guy's not even that great of a wrestler. He was great, but like today, what would you get out of that match? You're gonna drop an elbow on somebody one time and then leave? Like that's not even gonna be a fun match. He made a mark of you. It was an obvious work. All right. let's go back to the documentary. He literally said it was real. He's not that good of an actor. The guy's a good wrestler and he can promote an angle. It was not a work. Bischoff, yeah, but Bischoff didn't wrestle a match. Bischoff just came out, he was just there. It helps, but that's TNT, and that's a guy who was in that role. That's a guy who was in that role last time you saw him. He's just a character. Lawler's cool, man. Lawler's cool. I don't wish to not see him. I just don't want him in a wrestling ring. The guy is absolutely not ready for that. I could show you after this, Barney. Stick around. Stick around, Barney. I'll show you. I can almost guarantee you it's on YouTube where he said it was absolutely real. So just make sure you stick around after this. I'll make sure that we find it. It was not a work at all. Trust me, dude. I know the difference. And on top of that, he said it himself. AEW is good, but if they make more, it will ruin it. The thing is, JJ Mack, what Michael is saying, and I understand what he's saying. He's saying they have so many people under contract, it would be very nice to be able to see them more. But that's the thing with any wrestling company. Yo, wait a minute. We're back from... Wait a minute. The lights went out. We're back from commercial.
What on earth is going on here? Oh my God! They have weapons. Is that Retribution? Gotta be. We saw Monday night causing all kind of...
Retribution is here. They're in the ring.
What the hell are they doing? They've taken over the ring.
Retribution is here. Good. They're not just Raw. Very nice.
This is insanity. What is this? What do they want?
Wait a minute. Get out of here, Michael Cole. Go! Oh my goodness. So they should have ran away to begin with. What if it's Eric Young? I would love that. Oh my God, dude. Retribution is here. They're tearing the whole place apart with baseball bats and such.
This is our house now. This is our house now.
Is it?
You might want to leave. You might want to go home.
Yo, they're beating up the cameraman. Retribution is beating up the cameraman. Retribution is here. He's said it's like aces and eights. Who's gonna run the camera now? I guess me. Dude, they're wrecking everywhere. Oh my goodness! Yo, they're outside destroying the crowd. They're outside the barricade destroying the people in the crowd. Oh my goodness. Yo, the crowd is getting absolutely mollywopped. Oh no, dude, the dudes are taking on the women. Dude, they're dragging the wombales. Oh no. Take her out. Oh my god. Girl just got kicked in the stomach, a girl in the crowd. This is savagery. Yeah, they attacked the females too. Oh, it looks like it's they have females in the crew. Okay. A guy originally drugged this woman, but the women are the ones who actually attacked her. Let's freaking go, baby. The new Nexus? Hang on, guys. The new Nexus is amongst us. Yeah, it was females who actually kicked her. I thought they went a little too far there, but no, it's good. This is retribution, man. These are the guys who threw the oh, they're flipping the announce table. Oh goodness. I told you that the Otis and Miz thing wasn't big enough to end SmackDown. Yo, are they gonna throw stuff in here? We're gonna throw Molotov cocktails and such? No, they're spray painting. They're spray painting this place. Oh my goodness, they're spray painting the they're crossing out the WWE symbol. They're spray painting the plexiglass. Oh, they spray painted the ring steps too, and they crossed out the SmackDown. Oh no. I hope that's vegetable-based paint. I hope they can get that out. Could it be AEW or Impact? Oh, you know how much I would love if this was AEW? Dude, if it was AEW or Impact, MC Boom, that would be the greatest thing in wrestling maybe in the last like 10 years. If this was AEW or if it was Impact, it would be the best thing ever. One of the best. Oh my God, they got a chainsaw! They're gonna cut the ropes with this? Cut the ring? They cut the ropes with the chainsaw! I told you, man. I told you Miz and all them weren't big enough. I knew it wasn't it. I knew it. Holy moly, they're gonna cut the ring mat too? Dude, they're destroying everything. Room, but this is brought to you by Progressive Auto Insurance.
Television's
Yo, as they went off the air, it said that whole thing was presented by Progressive Insurance. I love it. Progressive's like, heck yeah, scare people. Tell them to get insurance. That was so perfect. Oh my God. Progressive was like, heck yeah, man, heck yeah. Yeah, scare people. Make them get insurance. Oh, that was so good. Oh, that was so good. I don't know if there is a more perfect product placement of all time. That particular advertisement was outlandishly good. This piece of chaos brought to you by Progressive. Are you sure this won't happen to you? Oh my goodness, dude. All right, let's have ourselves a little talk, guys. Are you ready? We're gonna have a little talk about this. If you guys watched SmackDown with me tonight, please stick around. I want to know your review. I want to know what you thought about this. I want to get it, guys. Please be ready. All right, here we go. Let's have ourselves a little time. Wow. Okay. All right. We're here. What is up, everybody? Thank you for joining me for another exciting episode. Oh, hang on. I just wanted to hear that beginning again. That beginning is so good. My goodness. What is going on with SmackDown? Like they've been hitting us with some hot endings recently. All right, let me know if you guys can hear this background music. Can you guys hear that? Hope you guys can hear that. Holy moly, that was fun. All right, so the review show is on the air. Grapple Chat. Okay, this is my show. This is our show. The wrestling show where your opinions matter, and it's not just about the guy you're watching saying how he felt about it. I want to know what you guys thought of it. So, if you watched SmackDown along with me, and you would like to give me your rating, please tell me what you thought about this episode of SmackDown. Whether you thought it was a 7 out of 10, an 8 out of 10, an 8.1 out of 10, a 7.6 out of 10, whatever. Let me know. Out of 10, guys. And I'll be keeping track of everything you guys say, every rating you guys give, and then I will be we'll be adding them all up and finding out. I'm telling you, if that was AEW, I don't think it is, but if it was, that would be the greatest thing possible right now. Can you imagine if they actually did something like that? Oh my god. I would love it so much. Alright, so let's go. JJ Max says 8. Alright, I'll let you get your 8, JJ. JJ, thank you for hanging out with us, man. Make sure, we do Raw, SmackDown, NXT, AEW, Impact, AEW Dark, all the pay-per-views. So any time wrestling is live, we're live. So come on by and hang out with us. And that goes to everybody in here. Please, come hang out with us. All right, so we got an 8.5 from Weebrupt. Weebrupt really got popped by that ending. He said, yo, that ending was hot fire. The whole show was hot fire. Who do I think they are who attacked? Probably some people we never heard of. They're probably some unheard of entities that have done pretty okay in the Performance Center. That's probably who it is. But man, I would love it so much if it was the underutilized AEW women. Like they got so sick of their booking in AEW, they came over here to like crush people. I would love that. 8.3 from Ringmaster. 8.7 from Jazzy J. I didn't see you in the chat during the show, man, so I don't know if I can take it. Alright, hey, Jazzy J, I will take your score if you promise to be here next week. How about that? Let's make a deal. Mo said 7.7. Let's do 7.7. I'll take your score this week if you promise to be here next week. Big Rud said 7.9. Big Rud did not say he'd seen enough. He said he'd seen enough like one time, right? maybe twice. Normally, if Big Red says he's seen enough like 3 times, I know the show is probably kind of wacky. So I'm working on it. I wish one will be The Rock's daughter. I think we would know though. She's kind of big, right? What happened on SmackDown, dude? King of King. I'm gonna be talking about it in a second. I'll be talking about it in a second. All right. So PUBG says 10 out of 10. PUBG. I don't think you were here, and this was not the greatest wrestling show of all time. The way we rate is in comparison to the perfect wrestling show, and this was not that, so I'm not allowing the 10. All right, you probably like the ending, but dude, I can't give it 10. Can't do it. Elijah said 9.5. Holy crepes, dude! I can't give that either. I'll give you a 7.75. How about that, Elijah? Popping in and out, I promise. No, it's all good, man. It's just like I need you to hang out with us, because what happens is people come in here and they try to either sabotage or inflate. The only way that I can make sure that people aren't sabotaging scores or inflating scores is if you just hang out all day and you talk to me and I get to see what you're hype about and all that, because then I know. Like it's like the way that you choose a person for your baseball team or person for your basketball team. Like, you watch them play basketball before you say, yeah, I want that guy, you know? So make sure you guys hang out. Make sure I can hang with you and see what you're up to, because if I just see your name one time in the chat, it makes it so like I gotta accept everybody's name that I see once in the chat. So I'm not saying you're up to something weird. It's just I gotta make the rules the same for everybody. That way it's fair. So just make sure you hang with us, all right? Raw, SmackDown, NXT, AEW, Impact, AEW Dark. I stream all of these every single week. So if you're watching them, come to my chat and hang with us. That way I'm not like, oh, yeah, your score, yeah. All right, Waleed said 7.5. All right, hang on. Elijah said, okay, 7.5. No, dude, it just like when you put 9.5, it's got to be like it was V. Austin all along, and freaking Vince McMahon takes off the hood, and it's got to be something like that, something that's go down in history, dude. Is this going down in history? I don't know about that, you know, like. So please don't hit me with no 9s and stuff, guys. I don't want to see no 9s. I don't want to see no 9s for AEW either. Like unless something happens where it's just the best thing ever. I'm not trying to see 9s. 8.5 says Waleed. All right, Waleed, I'm gonna let it happen, man. But that's my goodness. All right, that's tough, dude. That's real tough. That's a tough score. All right, 8.5. Michael says 7.1. Oh, he didn't like it. Really? I can absolutely guarantee you, if this ending happened on AEW, you'd be giving AEW like a 9.1 right now. But hey, I'll let it rock. I'll let it rock, dude. Eric Bischoff wasn't there. Not a 9. Yeah. Come on, you guys know. Oh, WWE is depending on old superstars. Meanwhile, goodness gracious, man. All right. I just want to go on the point that why was SmackDown wrecked? What do you mean? Raw SmackDown went on late at work. Otherwise, I have to catch up the following day. Kick my ass. Dude, all you gotta do is tune in. I'll let you know what's going on. If you can't watch the show because you're at work or whatever, just tune in and I'll tell you what's going on. I do all that. Like I literally keep up to the moment of what's happening on Raw, SmackDown, NXT, AEW, pay-per-views, everything. So just come in here. This is the place to be, man. I'm telling you. All right, did I miss anybody? Let me see. Okay, I already got the 7.7 from Mo. I got the 7.9 from Big Red. All right, I think I'm good. I think we got it. Gritty, does WWE have any other company lower like NXT? Yes. Yeah, they have a thing called Evolve. I think it's called Evolve. They just bought Evolve straight out. It's a good company. I think that's where some really good superstars came from. Evolve had oh God, I can't remember right now, but yeah, Evolve. They have some of the best. They've had some of the best wrestlers, and some of the people you've heard of. I don't remember who it is off the top of my head, but yes, I don't remember. Do you guys remember who was in Evolve? Punk is a sellout. Could have been AEW. Wanted too much money. The thing is, I don't think that that's the truth, dude. I don't think that's the truth. I think Punk is just the Punk. I just don't like him at all, and I think that there's good reasons to not like him. You should watch his movie, though. I watched his movie recently. It was called like The Girl Upstairs or something. He's got a horror movie. You should watch his movie. If you like him a lot, you should watch him. He's got a horror movie. But yeah, I just think he's a Punk. Evan Bourne was there. Matt Sydal. Okay, yo, that's two really good stars. There was a couple other people too. I want to say like Leo Rush, but I don't think it was Leo Rush. I think it was Matt Riddle. God, man, I remember it because they had the what's it called? The Clash. Remember the what was it called? It happened like WrestleMania weekend or something, where they had the Clash of the Worlds or the Battle of the Planets or something, like, but there were people from Evolve there, and I was like, oh, that guy was in Evolve? Something like that. Timothy Thatcher, Austin Theory. Okay, see? Some of these really good guys you're seeing right now. Yeah. I want CM Punk on AEW. Dude, CM Punk comes to AEW, he will be their biggest signee. He'll be their biggest signee. Because the people who watch AEW are the people who wanted that pipe bomb promo to happen so much. I honestly believe the people who watch AEW care more about CM Punk than Chris Jericho. More about CM Punk than Jon Moxley. More about CM Punk than Jake the Snake. More about CM Punk than Arn Anderson. I think CM Punk will be the biggest signee because I feel like he gave birth to AEW with that pipe bomb promo. I feel like that was everyone's thoughts who watches AEW. That pipe bomb promo was the birthplace of AEW. I honestly think he would be the biggest signee they would get. TJP, maybe. Oh, Rich Swann, Tony Nese, Johnny Gargano. Oh my God. Yeah. Okay. So now you're seeing. Yeah. They do have a different promotion, and they just bought it outright. And look at all the people that are being listed right now. Incredible superstars who have honestly cornered the market in their own ways. I feel like CM Punk is the one. The Birds just destroyed SmackDown. Yes, it did. It did. I have to disagree on that. You have to disagree. You don't think that CM Punk will be the biggest signee. You don't think that the people who watch AEW do not uplift CM Punk above all else. You don't think CM Punk is the biggest thing. So why is it that? And I respect your opinion, but why is it that is the guy whose name is getting chanted throughout all the arenas for years and years and years leading up to AEW? Why is that the main name that AEW was talking about? They weren't talking about Jericho. They weren't talking about Moxley. They weren't talking about Luke Harper, Dean Ambrose. They weren't talking about Roman Reigns. They weren't talking about Eric Bischoff. They weren't talking about Jake the Snake. Why was it that the thing I heard the most when it came to AEW was CM Punk, CM Punk, CM Punk. Why is that? Why was that the most prevalent name that every single AEW mouth was preaching to the high heavens before they signed all their roster and started up? Why was that the name? I'm sorry, but CM Punk is the biggest name in wrestling to AEW fans. Period. Because he started the anti-McMahon, anti-WWE, let's do our own thing type of sentiment. The guy is literally the birthplace. He is the messiah of the let's make some other company. Let's make something else happen. So why weren't people talking about Jericho? Why weren't people talking about Pac, Neville, Dean Ambrose? Why was it all CM Punk? Same as Goldberg. It wasn't the same as Goldberg because people were still chanting CM Punk to the high heavens way before Goldberg. I'm just trying to tell you the way that I've seen it as a wrestling fan for the last, I don't know how many years. CM Punk is the holy grail of wrestling signings. And I'm sorry, that's what every single AEW head was trying to talk about for a year before the company actually hit TV, before they ever even had a name. Everyone was talking about it. That's just the way it is, man. I'm sorry to tell you. He is literally the almighty messiah of AEW. If he gets signed, they'll claim victory, period. It'll just be, oh, yeah, we finally got him. That's been the guy, dude. They weren't asking for Jericho. Jericho just, he was smart to jump on it. They weren't asking for him. They were happy to have the Young Bucks. They were happy to get Omega maybe on board, but CM Punk was the one, man. It's just a trend, but that trend, okay, you're saying it was just a trend, but that trend persisted for like years. That's the opposite of a trend. A trend is something that's like a shot in the pan. A shot in the pan. It gets extra popular for a bit, and then it falls off. It was literally CM Punk for like years. Chanting it in WWE arenas, chanting it on pay-per-views. I'm sorry to tell you, the guy is the most popular possible signing. Way more popular than Jericho, way more popular than Dean Ambrose, incredibly 1,000 times more popular than Luke Harper, 1,000 times more popular than Zack Ryder, than Matt Cardona, than Shawn Spears, all the rest of these ex-WWE signings. CM Punk is the one that if AEW would have got him by now, way bigger than anybody else they've signed. The only person who literally had that sort of like viral popularity for like a year straight was Shawn Spears, because he had the 10 chant. People were chanting that everywhere. They weren't talking about Jericho. They weren't talking about none of these people, man. Jericho was just a pop your pay-per-view type of dude fighting against Okada or Kushida or whoever, wherever he went. It's the Nexus. Oh my goodness. Tony Khan wants CM Punk. He tried to get him. He did. It's not a secret. He did try to get him. Michael knows what's up. It's just CM Punk knows his worth, and also I don't like him. Don't take this as I like CM Punk. I don't like him. But that's the thing. Like, I could separate what I like from what's real. And he is legitimately the biggest signee that any company could get right now to pop their product. If he came out tonight on SmackDown, it'd be game over. Next week, it'd be 3 million views on SmackDown, guaranteed. 3 mil. And if he was going to show up at SummerSlam, like if he came out tonight and he announced he's going to be challenging AJ Styles for the Intercontinental title, be $3 million next week. SummerSlam would get the biggest buy rate of any pay-per-view this year out of any promotion, and then on top of that, you'd have a million people who love AEW talking about, oh, he don't matter. But if it was the other way around, he would be the biggest thing over there too. He's just the biggest free agent that exists right now. If Luke Harper didn't have a contract, Chris Jericho didn't have a contract, Dean Ambrose didn't have a contract, Shawn Spears didn't have a contract, and CM Punk didn't have a contract, there's one of these signees that would move the needle like a ground shift seismic shock, and it would be CM Punk. CM Punk would move the needle more than any of these people. He's just the most sought after free agent, period. And the fact that he's still not signed, it's got to be him at this point. It really does. So I agree. Maybe he did want too much money. Your original point was that he just wants too much money. So maybe he does want too much money. But the guy's worth mad money. So maybe he's valuing himself a little bit too high and they're valuing him a little bit too lower, and he's somewhere in the middle there. But I'll tell you straight up right now, if you had a chance to sign any of these people, CM Punk is the one that would move the needle the hardest. He's the one, dude. And I don't even like the guy. I don't like him. But I'm saying this, so that should let you know that, yeah, that's really how it is. See, if CM Punk is the leader of Retribution, it is absolutely over. Yeah, Tony, I'm not saying he doesn't have a lot of money. I'm just saying he's probably right. That is probably right. He's probably telling the truth. Probably just wanted too much money. Radio, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Radio Mania. Oh my goodness. Is that the most? That's the biggest cheer of the night. If he was the leader of Retribution, it would be game, set, match. Radio, thank you so much, dude. 100 bits out of nowhere like the RKO. What if it's both Punk and Reigns, dude? It would just be over. Like, that would literally be the hottest wrestling angle in all of wrestling right now. As long as they did it right. I mean, it could fall off and it could suck. Any angle could start sucking. You can ruin stuff by just not booking it correctly. He's not going to AEW. The thing is, Steve, nobody knows. Nobody knows, man. It's like saying, oh, Ultimate Warrior will never come back to the WWE, and then look what happened. Macho Man will never come back to the WWE, look what happened. Like, you can't say things won't happen in wrestling, because wrestling is so, like, they'll put aside differences to make cash. They'll put aside differences to make cash. Dude, Radio, thank you so much for the bits, man. How you doing? Radio, our local astronomer. Dude, I've heard some weird things about the moon recently, man. I don't know if you've heard what I've heard, but I've heard some weird things about the moon recently. Maybe we could talk. Maybe we should talk. Either way, it's my turn for my review. SmackDown started off, oh gosh, how did we start? I missed part of the start. Where did I miss? Was it the Matt Riddle match? I feel like I missed the start, like, outright, because I was just trying to get stuff set up here. I did think that Matt Riddle and Sheamus really did have a good little showdown before the interruption. That interruption by Chad Gable was devastating, dude. He came out of nowhere and just crushed Matt Riddle into the apron. That looked extra harmful, dude. Should see those Mars pictures. I've seen 4K. Oh my goodness, dude. I've seen some that make me wonder. I don't think Punk wants to wrestle anymore. I think Punk punked himself, honestly. I think he hurt his his stock a little bit by that UFC run. You know what I mean? Like when you're like the one of the leading home run hitters, and then you go to like AAA or you go to like a different league and you can't hit one. I feel like he hurt his worth a little bit with that UFC run, but that's what he wanted to do. Like, it's his life. I appreciate what he did. I appreciate what he went through, but I just kind of think he hurt his worth a little bit, and he's valuing himself at like pre-UFC numbers, and everybody else is valuing him at like post-UFC numbers. I feel like he's like, oh yeah, I'm worth this, and it's like, nah, you were worth that before you showed off that you can't fight, and everybody's gonna destroy your face. But not now. I feel like he kind of took apart his own worth with that little run. And hey, that was his prerogative. That was his thing, dude. He did what he wanted to do, and I respect him for that. He wanted to try to prove something. That's the problem with proving something, though, is because you can not prove something as well. You can actually anti-prove something, and I think he anti-proved it to the point where he crushed his worth a little bit. So, I don't know, man. I hope he'll get it together. Either way, I still think he's the hottest free agent. I think he's hotter than anybody that AEW has signed thus far. I honestly think if he signs to AEW, it'll move the needle to the over 1 million. Over 1 million every single week. If he's on TV and he does his thing, AEW will start being the legit contender. They need that one more. They need more piece right now. That would be the piece. What else do we got going on here tonight? I really like the interpersonal drama between Sheamus and King Corbin. Uh-oh, my internet's doing weird stuff right now, guys, so please just bear with me. My internet's being odd. I really think that Sheamus and Corbin sold this Raw. If their little rivalry would have been whack, if their little rivalry and their exchange would have been extra whack, this would not have worked as well. I really liked that tonight, and it was sold throughout. It weaved through many different matches tonight. 3 separate matches were affected by that. So I got to give them props for making it work, building up to it, and just making it believable as well. I don't know. It's making it work is them actually getting together, but making it believable is like that's what they would do. What else? Just the utter lack of women on tonight's show, besides the Stephanie McMahon thing. It was kind of like a AEW show tonight, where the women were just non-existent. Honestly, they have so many great women that they could be touching on, you know? Lacey Evans, Dana Brooke, Tamina, Naomi, oh gosh, of course Sasha, of course Bailey. What is that? Was that like 8? There's like at least 8 women that they could have like had ready to go. I swear there's like at least 2 or 3 others that I'm just not thinking of right now, but just an absolute weirdness right now. And I know they're trying to focus on the Mandy Rose and Sonya thing and the Sasha and Bailey thing, but there's so many other ways you could lift them up. It was nice to see Steph tonight, though. Stephanie McMahon looked like $1 trillion tonight, dude. She looked so fresh. I think there were the superstars that were released in WWE. Maybe. Yeah, Sheamus was solid tonight. I agree with that. I just really think that the women's side of things, Tamina and Lacey Evans are your definition of good. I'm not saying good. I'm saying they're superstars that could be utilized. Do you have to be good? Dave Smith. Let me ask you this, Dave Smith. If I told you you're going to be on SmackDown next Friday, would you come up with something cool to do on SmackDown, or would you say, I suck, I'm garbage, I'm not a WWE superstar, and I'm giving up this opportunity. I don't want to be there. I don't want to get money. I don't want to be famous. I don't want to possibly be in a storyline leading up to SummerSlam. I'm just not going to accept this. Would you do that, or would you actually be like, okay, well, hang on, all right, so I have to be on I'm gonna be on SmackDown, okay. Well, maybe I could do this. Maybe I'll show up here. Maybe I'll be backstage. This guy will come up. I'll talk to him. He'll slam me through a table. Would you necessarily have to be good to make the show have a fun angle or something cool for us to watch? I don't care about if they're good or not. I care about the fact that there's so many people that they could be utilizing that just aren't getting a rub at all. And I would actually, and to answer your question completely, I would actually consider them good enough to pull something off that will be fun to watch, to where we won't have two separate women's angles on the show that are completely dependent on the either the men or just a Titantron. So, do you have to be good? No, you don't. Look at some of the greatest angles of modern history. The Hornswoggle angle where he turned out to be a McMahon. Like, did he have to be good at wrestling? No, it's just something that like lives in infamy. It's something fun. You don't have to be necessarily good, but Tamina can kick some heads off. Dana Brooke has improved a lot in the ring, and maybe she could surprise us. Maybe they could build up something towards SummerSlam where we don't know who's going to SummerSlam versus Bayley or versus somebody else. Maybe they could do something like that. So I'd say yes, I do think they're good, and on top of that, I don't think you have to be good to get an angle on SmackDown. What else did I like? Oh, the Fiend angle was awesome. Him coming out here, you saw Alexa touched his face and he stopped. It was like Beauty and the Beast, but she touched his face, and maybe that's a little bit of maybe that's a little bit of like a look into what's going on. Maybe she has sort of become kind of like a Sister Abigail. I don't know what to make of that. Grade a premium women's champion. I keep it real. A premium women's champion is somebody like Io Shirai, somebody who comes from a background of just being respected for her in-ring talent instead of just looking good, instead of just cutting a promo that people like. A grade A women's champion would be somebody like Charlotte, who is talk the talk and walk the walk. A grade A women's champion would be somebody like Asuka. Same thing, where she's proven her worth and her streak. She's proven her devastation. Bayley is pretty dang good too. So is Sasha. Sasha's actually tightened up her screws a little bit as well. There was a while where I wasn't really liking Sasha's wrestling, but she's become more of like a champion. Also, Beth Phoenix, dude, I'm always gonna bring up Beth Phoenix. I think Beth Phoenix could still be a champion. I think Beth Phoenix could have been the longest reigning women's champion of all time by this, because she still looks like $1 million, and she still looks like she could beat any of these women. I would believe Beth Phoenix versus anybody. Even some men. Like, she just looks like $1 million. She wrestles so well. She exudes confidence and legitimate talent, legitimate build. I'd say Beth Phoenix too. Maybe somebody like Jacqueline. Maybe Jacqueline. Something like that. What do I think Vince would say if they get... He wouldn't care. Vince would be like, whatever, we'll get him later. Just like whatever. Like, it's happened to Vince so many times, Michael. What people aren't understanding about the CM Punk thing is, like, there have been several people bigger than CM Punk who have been scooped by other companies. You remember when Diesel, Razor Ramon, Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, like, think about all the people who have shown up in a separate company. Like, he's had to go through that already. He's had to go through his own champions showing up on other companies. He'd be like, whatever, we'll get him later. I don't think he will bat an eyelash, man. He might be a little like, oh god, that sucks, but I don't think he'll flip a lid or do anything weird. He's seen the biggest superstars of all time jump ship, dude. CM Punk is big, but he ain't the biggest of all time. He's not Hulk Hogan. He's not Macho Man. So he'll probably be like, oh, that sucks, but then he'll be like, whatever. He's still gonna retire here. He'll still be like, whatever. He'll be back. All right, what else happened on SmackDown that I need to talk about? The Ms and Morrison segment was fun with the Mandy hair. I like that. Sonya killed it on the mic. Sonya continues to hold the mic in a way that makes her so much bigger than anybody else. Like, I honestly think she is the best in the women's division on the mic. I don't think anybody touches her. I think Sonya will roast anybody right now. Who do you guys think could step? Let me ask you. Instead of telling you what I think, let me ask you guys. Who do you think Sonya could not roast on the mic right now? Who do you think Sonya would not roast? He's one of the bigger, yes, Michael, I will give you that. He's one of the bigger superstars to leave WWE. But he's definitely not the biggest, you know? It's like if you get shot by a BB gun, but you've been shot by like real bullets, the BB gun's gonna hurt. Yeah, you're gonna be like, oh, but you're not gonna be like, ah! If you've already been shot by real bullets, you're not gonna lose your mind off of getting shot by a BB. And that's literally the difference there. Razor Ramon, one of the hugest superstars the WWE or WWF has ever produced. Diesel, super duper huge. Him and Razor leaving at the same time is way bigger than CM Punk showing up somewhere. Even just that alone is gonna, that Vince has been through worse, so he would probably react. He would probably be upset, but he's not gonna have a heart attack. You don't think Sonya would roast Stephanie? You think Stephanie McMahon would get her? You know what? You might be right. He wouldn't be happy, exactly. He wouldn't be happy, but he ain't gonna have a heart attack, guys. Come on, keep it real. He's lost bigger talent than CM Punk, Macho Man, Hulk Hogan. Just those two names alone would absolutely destroy the legacy of CM Punk. And that's just two people. That's not even the full roster of people he's lost in the past. He won't have a heart attack, but he would definitely be like, oh, dang. Stephanie McMahon. You think Stephanie's better on the mic than Sonya? Man, now that's tough right there. I would like to see that. Maybe we should ask her. Maybe we should tweet. Maybe we should tweet Stephanie. Dude, if Jay Lethal is part of the Retribution squad, that'd be crazy. Yep, Nash and Hall. You see, Gangsta knows what I'm talking about. Like, just those two alone, their legacies add up to way more than CM Punk. But it's just today. This is what I was saying before, and this is what I'm going to go back to end this whole conversation. Today's audience puts CM Punk so high up because CM Punk was the guy who said what they wanted to be heard. He said the things that the whole AEW is built on. Today's wrestling fans who love AEW are built off of the words in the pipe bomb. They love it so much. That's why AEW can do the classless garbage they do, where they call out and talk trash about WWE all day, and they call out Stone Cold and all that. That's why they can do this classless garbage, and people, and they cheer for it, is because the AEW fan base is built off the words of the pipe bomb. That's why CM Punk is so valued today. He's not even the best at anything. There are people better than him on the mic. There are people better than him in the ring. He encapsulated an idea, a thought process that is the exact idea AEW is built on. So that's why he's so popular right now. It's not because he's the best ever. He ain't the best ever at anything he does. He's just the embodiment of like a sentiment that is so prevalent right now in wrestling. He's the embodiment of why people love AEW and why people want AEW to succeed. That's why he's so big. That's why he's so over right now. It's not because he's the best ever at anything. He just literally caught the lightning in a bottle that was the sentiment of a lot of wrestling fans who now watch AEW for the exact reasons he sat on that stage and dropped the pipe bomb. That pipe bomb blew up and became AEW. So that's why, man. That's exactly why, and that's what's going to continue to happen. And that's why I'm saying he would be the biggest signee right now. He'd be bigger than Jericho, bigger than Moxley, bigger than Harper, bigger than Shawn Spears, bigger than Zack Ryder, because none of them are the reason that we're sitting here today. Nobody better than him on the mic. I feel like you've missed a lot of the things that have happened on the mic if you believe that. There are people who would absolutely eat him alive. Ric Flair in his prime would make CM Punk just seem like a retail worker. Ric Flair would eat him alive on the mic. Ric Flair would make him seem like a guy who works at the local bodega. Not just him. Freaking Roddy Piper would get him too. Not only that, who else? Dusty Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes would absolutely, outstandingly make him look like he ain't the voice of the people. He would outvoice the people. Dusty Rhodes would outvoice him when it comes to being a common. Eaten alive some of the greatest of all time. You're just comparing him to the people he had to go with, man. You're not looking at the history of wrestling. You're looking at his history, which is fine. I mean, in his history, yeah, he was great, dude. And who did he have to go up against? He had to go against, The Rock. The Rock is fairly good on the mic, for sure. The Rock was a hard one. John Cena, he's a hard one to go up against as well. But The Rock and John Cena are absolutely not the greatest on the mic of all time. So you got to really think about it. He had people who were hard to beat, but then he had a lot of people who were just easy pickings. CM Punk is epic, but man, you really got to do your research. Just because you like somebody doesn't mean that they're the best ever. You're saying old dude bros. I'm saying now. Well, yeah, now. You were asking me about how would Vince take CM Punk getting signed. Well, Vince has seen people better than CM Punk get signed to other companies, and he didn't bat an eyelash, and he signed them back later on, and they became retirees. They became Hall of Famers. So you asked me one question about how Vince will react to CM Punk getting signed to another company, but now you're saying old people don't matter, and it's like he's been there. He's seen talent bigger than CM Punk gets signed. So I'm saying he won't care, and then on top of that, I'm saying CM Punk ain't the best person he's ever seen get signed to another company. Jake the Snake? Yeah, Jake will eat him alive even today, possibly. But that's the thing I'm talking about, man. It's like people are so stuck on like what's happening today that they don't realize like Vince has been through this. He's been through this, man. He's seen top talent get signed elsewhere. He ain't gonna bat an eyelash. He'll be like, oh, CM Punk, really? Oh, okay, cool. All right, well, we'll get him back later. I don't think he's gonna. He might have like a little but it ain't. It's not gonna be much, man. Yeah, Jake the Snake is epic, dude. He might be the best guy they got on the mic over there. Between him and MJF and who would I put third? Who would you guys say is the third place best talker in AEW? We got Jake the Snake. We got MJF. I would say it's either Jericho or Cody, but like, okay, Jericho is more accountable. Like, you can count on him, but Cody will cut a better promo when it matters. So I don't know which one of them would be better right now. Probably still Jericho because he's accountable. Like, you can count on him. But Cody's so good when it matters. Cody's so good when it matters. Oh, I'd say Jericho just because you can guarantee it's gonna be good. Yeah, that's tough right there. Who would you guys say? Who would you say is third on the mic? I gotta give it to Jake. I gotta give it to MJF. But who would you guys put as third? Would you put Jericho? Would you put Moxley maybe? Michael says Moxley, really? Moxley is good on the mic when he's motivated. When he's motivated, Michael, I agree with you. When he's motivated, he's real fresh. When he's motivated, I think honestly, man. Okay, motivated Moxley versus motivated Cody. I think Cody's still better. I still think Cody's better than Moxley when he's motivated. When there's like a reason for him to be talking on the mic. Many young people don't know about the past. That's what I'm trying to say, dude. And it's not their fault. I mean, what are you gonna do? You're supposed to watch like hours and hours and hours worth of stuff. So I understand, but it's like I hope people also understand that, like, from a standpoint of somebody who's seen a lot of stuff in wrestling, you have to accept the facts. When you say somebody is better than this guy, then if somebody else knows what that person has done, like, you gotta be like, okay, cool, all right, well, I didn't know he was that good. Hey, I'm gonna check this out. That's what I hope people will do, because that's kind of what I want to do with my broadcast. I want this broadcast to, I don't want to even say educate. I just want this broadcast to be a place where you can come and see what has happened in wrestling, what is happening right now, what has happened in the past, and really get a firm understanding of, like, yo, this guy was so epic. I'm really sorry I ever tried to say this guy was, this brand new dude was stepping to him, because this guy's legacy is so strong that what the heck was I talking about? Like, this guy's obviously got a lot to prove to even remotely step to this guy. I would hope that I exude some of that, and I don't want to. I'm not trying to knock you down or knock your opinion. Like, I know what you're saying. I know exactly why you're saying it too. Is because from what you've seen, this guy looks like he's about to overcome, and that's because what you're seeing currently isn't the full story of this guy. It's not what this dude from the past, it's not what Ric Flair did, it's not what Stone Cold did, it's not what The Rock did, it's not what Mankind did, it's not what Undertaker did, it's not what freaking Raven did, it's not what Buff Bagwell, British Bulldog, like, it's not what they did. You don't know. You just know what you've seen, like this small little window, and now you're getting this gigantic window that shows you MJF, and it's like, okay, but that's like a giant window showing you how good MJF is, but what you're getting for somebody like Roddy Piper is like this big, and all you know is that, hey, that's the guy who Ronda wears his jacket. Like, that's the window you're getting. You're not seeing how incredibly over, incredibly savage, incredibly good these people were. And so like the comparison is like you're comparing a gigantic window where you're seeing MJF's tweets, you're seeing his promos, you're seeing his wrestling, you're seeing all that stuff, and then you're getting this like little teeny piece of Rowdy Piper where he used to wear like a kilt and a jacket, and that's what Ronda wears. And now you're saying, oh yeah, he's the next Rowdy. It's like, no, he's not. He's not close at all. He's not nearly anywhere near it, and none of these people are. They need massive amounts of work, especially in the ring. If anybody is over when it comes to their character right now, that means they need work in the ring. If anybody's over in the ring, that means they need work on their character. There is basically nobody right now who is just a brand new prospect who is great on the mic and great in the ring and is comparable to somebody from the Attitude Era or before. It just doesn't happen, and it doesn't exist. None of these people deserve the comparison at this moment. It's going to take time. It's going to take time, it's going to take effort, and it's going to take learning. These people are absolutely nowhere near touching any of these people. They ain't even touching Goldust yet. Goldust is literally one of the best people in AEW right now, above Joey Janela and Sonny Kiss and all the rest of these fools. Because if they think they're anywhere near him, they are fools. I would say maybe Hangman Page is one of the closer guys to having a gimmick that is over and wrestling that is over at the same time. Hangman is maybe the closest one. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I love talking wrestling with you guys every week. Heck yeah, man. Michael, that's what it's about, man. It's a wrestling talk show. It's called Grapple Chat. He's sharing 2 cold ones with the chat. Michael is the straight up boss, man. He's doing a dang thing. So as I was saying, guys, don't take it as if I'm trying to like knock your opinion down. It's just I think that if you take a second to, or not a second, but if you take a couple of minutes to look at what created all this, you'll see that they got a ways to go. Bloodust is maybe the most over. Maybe the most epic superstar that they've signed besides maybe Jericho. Or or the rest of the guys who are just being managers right now. The guy has done everything. The guy has absolutely done everything except for be world champion, and that's why it really sucks to me that it's touted as the future of wrestling and all this stuff, but that guy can't get an opportunity at anything other than a tag team championship with a lackluster tag team partner. It's sad. It's really sad. I think Bloodust is worthy of the TNT championship. I think maybe if they had a good enough storyline for him, he'd be worthy of the world championship. But it just looks like no matter where he goes, he's never going to be respected the way he should. The guy is super solid, huge. He's big. He's fast. He's super clean in the ring, dude. The guy takes care of his opponents. He's just incredible. We all have an opinion. Doesn't mean I'm right or wrong. Exactly. But that's what I'm trying to tell people. Like, don't take it as if I'm saying you're wrong. It's just please take in some facts, Take in some facts. If I say, the guy hasn't won enough matches to really look like a star in comparison to some of these Hall of Famers, then maybe that's true. Maybe he should have some more matches. But maybe he's on that level. Maybe he's already better on the mic than this person was early in their career. So that's a good way. Maybe we could start talking about them in those ways, but we gotta start realizing what you like isn't the truth. Okay? What you like might not be the actual truth of a person's career. Right now, I love MJF. Like, I would push MJF to the moon, but overall, he's not the best wrestler on the planet. But on the mic, he's very compelling. He's very fun, and I hope that they utilize him more. But what I like is not the truth. It doesn't mean he's the best wrestler on the planet. It doesn't mean he's the person more worthy of a push than a lot of other people. And I think Pac is better than him anyway. I think Pac will still eat him alive on the mic. He's just the guy who I see all the time, and I think Pac would still, like, straight up, without a script, Pac versus MJF would end in MJF maybe beating him on the mic, but then getting roasted and absolutely destroyed in the ring. So that would mean Pac would be a better wrestler overall. And that's a lot of the way that I rate wrestlers is like, okay, how good are you on the mic? How good is your character? How good is your gimmick? And how good are you in the ring? How bell to bell? Do you keep it together? Do you botch a lot? Or are you just fresh? Like, I really think overall, ratings-wise, Pac will eat MJF alive. He could hang on the mic, and then on top of that, in the ring, he'll run circles all around him. Just absolutely eat him alive in the ring. He might get got. MJF might say something about his beard and make us all laugh or whatever. But when it all comes down to it, it's just over, dude. He'll get 8 alive in the ring, and that, to me, that equals a better wrestler. Yeah, Pac. I think Pac's the best guy they got, man. MJF's the best on the mic. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying, though. I think he would get Pac a little bit, but you need to realize what Pac says. Pac says some great stuff on the mic, and then on top of that, he will just destroy somebody in the ring. So he's leaps and bounds above MJF. MJF has to improve as a wrestler. So, with that said, we had a really, really good conversation about wrestling. I'm glad this came up because I wanted to talk about this. But and there was not a whole lot to talk about when it comes to SmackDown. They had some really cool angles, but some really over drawn out type of things. Lince Dorado having a match tonight. I'm just like, I think he's a good wrestler, but him losing was just right up his alley, and I just don't foresee anything happening for him or his crew anytime soon. What else? Gosh, what else? Oh, the Otis thing, dude. The Otis thing. He was so mad about them talking trash about his girl, but like, his girl did not get insulted by Miz and Morrison. His girl got insulted by Sonya, so I wasn't feeling the heat there. Like, he was so mad at Miz and Morrison, but like, they didn't really do much. They weren't the people who would, I could tell you right now, and I'm sure everybody in here can agree. If you had a girlfriend who was the apple of your eye, like literally the woman you're the most in love with in all of history, like you love the scent of her, you put your fingers in her hair and it just feels like paradise, like, you spend time with her by the pool. You don't even have to talk about anything. You're just there with her and you're just in the moment and like, you're so in love. And then some girl beats her up, like literally destroys her, paints her face, cuts her hair, humiliates her, takes her off TV for a week. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna find that girl. I'm gonna find that girl. I might not do anything like super physical to her, but I'm gonna hire some other girl to do something to her. I'm gonna hire some girl. I'd be like, yo, Naomi, I'm gonna give you this money in the bank. Here, money in the bank. If you destroy Sonya so bad that she can't wrestle for the next month, I'm gonna give you my money in the bank case. Like, I would do something like that. I wouldn't hit the girl who did that, but I would scare her a little bit. I might scare her. This dude was after the guys who were just putting on a segment to the point where he was shaking and I'm gonna beat up. I just don't. That's why I was hoping this wasn't the end of the show, because I just don't relate, and he sucks at that. And Otis, the whole Otis experiment to me is kind of over, dude. It's like 90% over. I think there's about 10% Otis hype left. He started at 100% Otis hype. Right before he won Money in the Bank, the Otis hype was at like 90%. He won Money in the Bank, it went to 100. Now it's at like 10. It's pointless. The experiment is over, and there needs to be something ground shaking that will change that for him. Either it's the heel turn of Tucker. It is cashing in and winning, cashing in and losing barely because of a heel turn. Like, there's got to be something going on. There's got to be something that happens, because right now the Otis experiment it has dropped to 10%. It is literally at its final wit's end. I'm sorry, the guy hasn't shown up. He's not doing a dang thing, and I'm just not interested anymore. I like Mandy. I like the Mandy and Otis type of storyline thing, but it ain't where it was either. The Mandy and Otis storyline is like maybe 40% of where it was at. I'm just not with it, man. So something's got to start popping. This did not help either. The ending of this did not help. So, man, that took away from the show, but the ending was a saving grace, and it shows that the Retribution is not just a Raw act. I'm so glad they're going to be wherever they want to be at, it looks like, and I'm so glad that they are looking devastating. They're looking harmful. They're letting them destroy actual SmackDown property. They had the announce team running. Like, they're not just some, like, little faction. Like, this is something that they're investing some time in. The one thing that I don't like about it is that it looks like everybody in the crew is not devastating looking. Yeah, you forgot about Otis with the Money in the Bank, right? That's what I'm saying, man. It's so done. One thing I don't like about the Retribution is that there is not one person in the crew that looks devastating to me. They all just look like a bunch of hooligans just playing big debuts. They don't look like they're actually making a big debut. I would love to see somebody who's just like 7 feet tall, just boof as heck. And I know this is more of like what Vince McMahon has hammered into my head, but just like, even when I recognize that Vince has told me, only big guys can really make a dent like that, I still don't feel intimidated by them. I feel like if I catch any two of these people by myself, I will absolutely beat them up. I don't feel like anybody in that crew is an actual threat, just based off their body types, because that's all I can base it on. Like, I'm just seeing their body types, because they're all covered up. They got hoods, they got masks. Like, I can't see the facial expressions. I can't really see their in-ring acumen. I can't see that they know karate or kendo or any of that stuff, man. Kempo, I don't know, man. So I'm just kind of like I'm not worried, you know, and that sucks, because this should be the crew that I've been waiting on. Like, I've been trying to talk about a crew like this for a while. So I just hope that we haven't seen the leader yet. We haven't seen the two leaders yet. We haven't seen the people who are really running the show, or just maybe they've been like understating their size by acting very small and not buffing out and really doing something major. Maybe there are people in the crew who are who are savages and we should be scared of. But right now, it just looks like 6 to 8 people who I could take like half of them right now. So I'm hoping for the best. This was a great ending. I liked the ending. The ending looked fresh. It was exactly what I was talking about when I said that there is no way they're ending this show with the Miz and Morrison versus Heavy Machinery. I was like, there has to be something. Please let the Retribution show up. And I got my wish. So I'm not complaining. I'm just saying they might want to add a couple people who can really toss somebody around. I would love that. So with that said, my overall rating for this SmackDown is a 7.79. I think it was just enough to get a full-on you should watch out of me. I would recommend this episode of SmackDown. 7.79. I think that AEW and NXT were better than SmackDown this week. I think that Raw might have been a little better than SmackDown this week as well. Maybe just a little. Maybe they're like equal. But they earned a point from me. I'm giving it to them. So let's do the math. Let's find out. What did they get? Was it enough? Was it enough to give them the win? Give them the points. Let's see. Let's see. What do we got? We got an 8.0, an 8.5, an 8.3, a 7.7, a 7.9. That's 5 scores. Then we got a 7.5, an 8.5, a 7.1, and a 7.79. That's 9 scores. So it adds up to 71.29 divided by 9 scores equals 7.9. Dude, they did it. They got a point this week. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. I agree. I think it was worthy. SmackDown with the point. They had to bring it all out, man. The Alexa Bliss stuff, they worked really hard tonight. They worked real hard. 14 points. Oh my goodness. It's all coming down to SummerSlam. Gollum is happy. Yes, he is. I love it. NXT. NXT's still ahead. That's good stuff right there. NXT is still ahead by 1. Just barely, though. Absolutely barely. Now that was a good review score right there. Man. 7.9. Overall, everybody was thinking it was worth it. It was worth a watch. But hey, we shall see. Who cares? Who cares if it's better? We're trying to see if this is a good show or not, man. They did it. That was a very, very good episode of SmackDown. I wouldn't say great. I wouldn't say fantastic, but it was definitely something I would recommend to somebody who likes wrestling. I'd be like, yo, you should watch SmackDown. They had some pretty good matches, and everything made sense for once. There wasn't like the what the heck type of stuff, except for the Lindsay thing. The Lindsay thing was weird. I could see if they were going to give the win to Lindsay, but they didn't even give the win to Lindsay, so what the heck. That Lindsay thing was the only out of place thing I saw. Chad Gable made sense. Sheamus, Cesaro, everything. Not Cesaro. Sheamus, Baron Corbin, Matt Riddle, like so many things were so beautifully stitched together, and it just made sense. So I gotta say, this is an episode that you could definitely watch.
Get safe and convenient care on your device with Banner Urgent Care video visits.
Uh-oh.
Feeling better is closer than ever.
No. Get that out of here. So, guys, People on YouTube, please come over to my Twitch channel. I stream on Twitch pretty much every night. We're going to be having some fun tonight. It's twitch.tv/Gritty Urban Saga. Come hang out, guys. It's all to the good. It's all to the fun, and I would love to have you over there. Twitch.tv/Gritty Urban Saga. And thank you to everybody who hung out for the chat, because, I mean, I don't know if you knew, but that was the chat.